This crossover episode of Just Barbarian Things and the Esoteric Order of Roleplayers is brought to you by the generosity of the Esoteric Order backers on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/esotericrp to find out how you can become a backer too. Remember to follow all of us on Facebook, Twitter, and
Instagram
to keep up with all the latest news, and join our Discord communities to chat with players and fellow listeners. Links are in the description. The members of these episodes broadcast from New Mexico and Colorado. We recognize these episodes are produced on the traditional territories of the Pueblo and Ute peoples. We acknowledge their communities, their ancestors, their elders both past and present, and future generations. The Esoteric Order of Roleplayers and Just Barbarian Things present A Start in Glorantha, based on the Runequest starter set available from Chaosium. This game features Rainey as the game master, and David Larkins, Des, Kenny, and Santiago as players.
Alive.
We're so high energy today, all of us.
Glad I'm not the only one. I feel like, man, I'm going to be such a Debbie Downer because I'm just like going to be all mellow, but everyone's like super chilled. So that's, I guess, good.
Mm-hmm. We're like a bunch of reptiles at 7 a.m.
Yeah, it is 7 a.m. Actually, no, I'm kidding. No, Kenny, I was thinking subdued too. So
we're there.
We the Azrolians have arrived, baby. Yes, we are here. We have arrived. We are looking stunning. And as usual, and solving mysteries.
That's right. There's one more thing I have to have in my references. Ready, Becca? Let's see.
So I was looking at my notes from last time, and
always a good plan.
We did a lot of Columboing last time.
Truly.
We talked with everyone, and except for Daraza the Huntress, who has a lunar jump off named Fostur. And my Serzine's general opinion, I mean, a lot happened last time, which I don't want to override that part, but I have my theories about what's happening in Johnstown, aside from it just being a piece of shit town.
That's probably related to everything that's going
definitely.
Okay.
No laughing in this episode, you guys.
No, there's
0.
Okay, so session 5 comes out today.
Is that the one?
That one person who probably doesn't listen anymore, so it's fine. If they heard that episode, they'd be so mad.
Oh no.
I feel like we doubled down on our laughing. Maybe we're all laughed out right now.
Maybe.
I'm laughing maliciously.
I'll show you laughter.
No, session 5, the one that came out on JBT earlier and will come out on EOR later. It has so many instances of David's talking to Stormbull voice. So
yes.
That's always really fun. It's got ups and downs and laughter and like people, mostly Des just trying to move people along for being too talkative during the travel montage.
Nice. That sounds like me.
It's good. It's a good one.
It wouldn't be an EOR session without Bossy Pants showing up and being, let's get the show on the motherfucking road. The epitome of Sam Jackson on that snake with all those planes. I mean,
on that snake with all those planes.
Yep. Yep. That was intentional.
That is correct.
Sure
Thoroughly intentional.
Yeah.
Thoroughly
It's
intentional.
just riding a snake,
brilliant.
doing a bunch of geometry homework.
He's on an incline plane. He's on
You name it, man. He's tired of them, though. I know that much.
No.
Okay.
All right. But we did end last time with you all getting such a good night's sleep. So good.
Aww.
And except for the nightmares.
This is a fantasy role-playing game.
I know,
right?
it is. It really is. Lord.
No, you got some rest after having been up all night, basically. And there were no fires during the night. However, most y'all had a delightful little dreams about this creature crawling up through the stones of Johnstown, and stalking into someone's house, and a scream, and then it was morning again. So what would you all like to do? I know you have some notes from last time about things you were looking into and possibilities, and then you have this strange dream to go from. But how are you feeling? What are you doing? How's it going?
All right, I'm writing down this dream. And screaming. Okay. So are we hanging out at the hospital still? Are we in this temple, or did we go back to the Bull and Ram? I'm forgetting.
You had the folks at the temple put you up in rooms.
Okay, yes.
So that you wouldn't have to travel back.
That's right.
At such an hour.
Right.
Right.
Okay. So as Razine's getting ready for the day, and I think I'm really thinking about everything that we gleaned from the various locations that these fires have taken place, and then also the whole thing about the spirit from the lunar temple being unleashed on the town. Now, look, I'm not a lunar sympathizer like some people, and that's fine to be that, but I'm not that. And I just want to say, because I have a hate. Oh wait, no, I don't. I just hate chaos.
Yeah, there you go.
And authority.
And I hate authority.
That's probably why you didn't like the Lunars, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but now I'm against Johnstown because they basically exerted their authority too much by destroying this temple and unleashing a spirit. So look, if it's chaotic, I don't like it. The fires are chaotic, I don't like it. So I think every time I realize that I don't hate Lunars, every time we play. So that's an interesting revelation every time. So I'm saying all that to say that my theory, based on everything that we've gleaned and talked to and observed, is that the spirit is either being manipulated or controlled by these two cultists from the potter's workshop. And bear in mind that clay pots have been used to carry oil around to ignite these fires. So that's one thing. And wait, let me look at my intelligence. Yeah, my int's not bad. So essentially, the spirit has been unleashed in the town. It either is running rampant or being controlled by these two cultists from this potter shop who were known lunar cultists, and they haven't been seen since the fire that took place at their workshop. So unless I'm missing a major detail, that's the theory that Serzine has so far.
Feels too obvious though. Like, why would they put the moon rune on the pot that they intended to use for
to give it extra power? But they're moon cultists, so why wouldn't they want to align themselves with the Lunars? Why would they be blaming them?
Right.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying there might be some explanation for that. What do y'all think?
Be an act of rebellion as well, and just like it's the sheer audacity and unmitigated gall of, no terrorist group has claimed responsibility for the attacks on. Oh, wait, actually, this just in, Bob. It was the Lunars. Like, you know what I mean? They've claimed responsibility, so they could be putting their mark on it as like, yeah, fuck you. So that could also be why. It could also
like
be a
the
frame
Lunar
on it.
Rebellion. Lunar Rebellion.
Right. Could be a lunar
Resistance.
Rebellion. Right.
But,
right.
yeah, so
Insurgency.
Right. So you're remembering that the lunar that Serzine that I talked to was like, yeah, they would pin this on us anyway. Like, of course, we're going to get blamed for this too. So that's a piece as well. So just to throwing that in there. Well, oh my God, why are you shaking your head, Kenny?
So I haven't been right about anything so far, but
Oh, let's hear the hot take.
Yeah.
it's not no, it's a very cold take. There's no steam
The
happening.
frigid take. Yeah.
No fight. Yeah.
A frigid take.
I'm not saying that the Lunars didn't do it. But I'm with Corsair. I think it feels a little too obvious. I think the Lunars are an easy scapegoat. And I don't think the moon rune was put there to be like, the Lunars did this. I think it was put there to charge up or attract perhaps this creature that is now running rampant around Johnstown and also our sweet, sweet dreams.
Yeah.
Okay, did I not just say something similar? Am I
You
losing
did.
my mind?
That's what
okay,
I'm
I
saying.
just
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I wasn't listening.
The
Okay,
Ezrealians are on the same page. Yeah.
Yes.
okay, yeah. So
I wanted to convey that in my, but yes, I agree with my sister in Ezrealia.
Rolian sister.
My
Ezrealian
Ezrealian
sister. I just want to make sure. Because I was like, did I just not say that? Because that's exactly what I was thinking. And I thought, how could I have just said a bunch of stream of words and it actually not be my thought? So I'm at that level in terms of where we have been over the past 3 years. Santi, you're like, welcome to my world.
I understand.
Oh,
Welcome. Yes. Let's hug it out.
Okay,
So,
sorry.
yeah.
I just said
okay.
a whole bunch of shit. How dare you? What?
Also,
what?
yeah. Also, I was sitting here reading through all these moon chats in the forums. Also,
Moon chats. Yeah.
Chad, you guys are chatting now?
just
What
chatting
the
with my
hell?
moon
I
brothers.
thought those
and
were
sisters.
banned.
Yeah.
They were
No.
banned.
No.
I am ASLing in the moon chats.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
And if you keep that up, people are gonna realize we're old.
Wouldn't it be?
No,
Wouldn't it be?
only-
It would be ACL, age cult location.
Oh,
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's true.
Then
Okay.
you'd ask for an etching or something.
Mhm. Oh yeah,
Like a good etching.
a rubbing. All
I
right.
was gonna say a rubbing.
So we have these are our thoughts. I'm curious, Kivra, we've shared all this information with you, I think, as we've just been like hanging out and chatting. So what are your thoughts on what's going on?
As we're like giving our hair the 100 strokes and all that sort of stuff, doing all that sort of.
How
Very
long
that-
is your hair, Kivra? Off topic, kind of, but you brought it up. How long's your hair?
Let's see. It's pretty long. Usually
Oh,
in
yeah.
like a braid and stuff like that.
That's
but,
right, because you shared the Assassin's Creed lady.
mhm.
Yeah.
For some reason,
Yeah.
I always imagine you having really short hair. I don't know why.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, just kind of like short, like
Is it-
tomboyish.
utilitarian sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Anyways,
That actually would make a ton of sense.
Yeah.
But, and long hair, as we all know, is a tactical disadvantage. So in close quarters, combat.
Unless you use
But-
it as a
true.
weapon.
Yeah.
unless
It's long enough
But
to
we're-
strangle somebody with.
Yeah, I
Do
was
you
gonna say
put a bunch
there's
of
all
razor
sorts of
blades in it.
stuff
Mhm.
Yeah.
like that, and we're also in a fantasy setting, so you can have long hair all you want and still be a badass. So,
True.
so she
Oh no,
has
there's
the
this
long braid
table
and everything.
that I have to roll on for like random disadvantages for your hair. So
Ooh,
Oh,
love that kind of attention to detail.
Now I'm gonna
yes.
grow it even longer.
Yes. Yeah. All
Um,
right. So
anyways.
so we're brushing our hair and we're talking about these things because this is what we do. And so what are your thoughts on what's going on, Kivra?
I'm mostly focused on the spirit. That spirit that Jareen saw, I think that's the biggest clue.
Yeah.
It was fleeing towards the upper city. So I think we're on the right track. We just need to find the right physical place that anchors a spirit. Whatever, there's a word for that, I'm sure. I don't know what it is. I spent 3 days tracking down the word David used for the like fine wood straw that like guns are packed in crates and stuff like that until I finally tracked down
Excelsior.
Yeah, until I finally tracked down Excelsior, and I was like, shit, that's what it was, because I used that in one of your episodes past. You know, where like
that's
Aaron was looking in a crate, or Amy was looking in someone was looking in like a crate of weapons, and David just casually remarked, "Yes, and they're packed in the Excelsior as one would expect." And I like to pull over because I was driving, and I look that shit up. I'm like, you know, all right, because I know I'd only ever heard that term from Stan Lee, you know, at the beginning of the Marvel cartoons on Saturday morning. I'd never known that it was like, you know, old-timey packing material, or maybe even current-timey I've never opened a crate of firearms, contrary to popular belief. Grenades.
I would have actually put money on that. Yeah,
I know.
Right? So I don't know what they're packed in these days or whatever, but I had to look that shit up, and it was fascinating. You know, so
I owe that. I owe that addition to my lexicon exclusively to Return of the Living Dead, because there's a bit where what's his name? You know, the older guy of the duo in the beginning. You know, it's Freddy. Freddy's the kid, and then the older guy. Anyway, he's teaching Freddy how to pack. The best. He's teaching Freddy how to pack a human skeleton for shipment. And he's like, go ahead and put a little bit more Excelsior in that crate. Go on, spread it around.
Really,
don't be shy. You know,
true.
So
but also,
it's stuck for the same reason. I was like, oh, that's what that's called. You know.
But it's also a main featured item in the movie The Bad Seed from the 1960s.
Oh wow!
So that's something
One-upping
else.
Me, I see.
Yes, so that was Frank. Frank was Frank and Freddie.
Thank you.
And then Bert and Ernie. But Return of the Living Dead, one of the best movies of all time. So digression.
Yes.
So I think you think the spirit is the one that is
that's our main lead, I think.
Okay.
Is the spirit. That's
right. Yeah, I was
finding something to anchor it is in our best interest right now.
Or finding where it like anchors, where it was fleeing to, like perhaps it only has so much range, like a drone or something like that.
Yeah.
It has to return
it's focus.
to its, like,
is that what it's called?
Focus or base or something like that. It's locus.
Where it's abiding.
Locus. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's sacred place where it returns to be anchored to this plane.
Right.
Got it.
Is whatever that is. You know,
one of those things
that may or may not be a thing. We don't know.
Right.
It may be.
That's our supposition.
We're hoping.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So I think we're ready to rock and roll. Like, I think in terms of where we want to go next, I would say
right now we're at the where, the who, the where, and the what.
You are at the Temple of Shalana Roy.
Right. And that is
so in the upper city.
Okay. So we're already there. Good. Excellent. Do we have some idea of where to look other than it being in the upper city?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
I don't think so, because
in the dreams that would have, like, it wasn't like
it was just a screaming entity apparently calling up from the stones.
Does anybody have spirit travel?
I have.
Like that?
I have spirit combat. So if we're there, I do have spirit travel at 10.
Same.
Okay. Excuse me.
How about Samastina? You got the moon rune. Do you have good spirit travel?
Let me see.
You better.
Spirit travel's a hard 10.
Ah, damn it.
But you do have your moon rune, like that could power it up.
It could boost it. Yeah.
I have a hellacious moon rune coming in at a strong 84.
Delicious.
trying to bump it up to 90 before the end of this campaign.
Honestly, Des gives you a hard time, but that is really high for any rune. So I think it's justified. You are all about the moon. You're saying, Kenny, that you were hanging out in the moon communities. Did you learn anything interesting?
Yeah, I was a big, moon chick. And
wow.
You talked to a moon chick?
Interesting.
Yeah, I was like hanging out with some moon folks. And anyways, long story short.
Your band in high school, Sam Moon Chicks.
Exactly. Well, okay, so I know that there's like a few different kinds of moons now, right? Well, I mean, I say now, but like it's a revelation to me.
Okay.
Right.
But there's the red moon, which everybody is aware of, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also the blue moon, which, according to my sources, is kind of like associated with tides, invisibility, hidden forces, bats, murder, and assassins.
Bats.
All good things. Yeah.
But the bats, that's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. And then it's mostly worshipped amongst mutant trolls. So
great, good.
Not a big thing for us. And then there's a white moon, apparently, which might be some kind of heretical rumor. And then the moon of God time. I don't know about this moon.
That'd be old school.
Is it?
God time was the time before time was invented. So it's a singularity. So basically, Glorantha is a post-singularity reality because the gods were on the verge of destroying each other, and so their compromise was to create time.
Wow. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm glad to be living in this incredible time. So,
yes. What time to be alive?
What a time to be a lunar cultist.
What a time.
What a time to have an 80 forward moon.
Look, I don't know what kind of moon it is, or at least I'm not willing to say at this present time.
What?
But there's a moon of some sort that I really strongly associate with, and so I fuck with the moon really hard.
Yeah, really hard.
Anyways,
but
apparently, so can we use your powers to help us solve this fucking mystery?
So about that,
no. The answer is no.
The answer is no.
Corsar actually can, since the question came up.
Yes.
Because Corsar, you were very specific about which inns you were frequenting.
Yeah.
And you recognize from the dream some buildings near.
I was wondering about that.
The Red Harlot.
The Red Harlot. Oh, one of my favorites. Okay.
Red, huh?
To the Red Harlot.
Yeah.
And y'all just think he's going back for more, but yeah.
It is storm season, so it's like, really?
Look, just because I was playing with my balls when I said that.
What? What's that from?
Me, Corsar the Uncouth.
Oh my god. Fair enough.
Yeah.
With my
They're
balls
itchy
when I
this
said
time
that.
of year.
Of course, I'm the uncouth.
Yeah.
He's literally uncouth.
That's the pull quote to put on the back of the book.
Exactly.
I was playing with my balls when I said that.
So I have a question.
Yes.
So according, obviously I didn't know anything about shit when I was building this character.
Right. Yep. Been there.
So my spirit combat is 50.
Ooh.
Is that weird for?
That's good.
That's pretty good.
Well, yeah, but like, is it weird for me? Is it weird for Samastina?
I don't think so. I mean,
okay.
You can hold your own against spirits.
So
So.
mine's 35,
That's fair.
and you're a healer, so you might be used to seeing weird things.
Yeah,
happen.
diseases are spread by spirits in Glorantha.
Yeah.
They're not spread by
Okay,
microbes.
that's right.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was
Wearing a mask won't help you.
No.
Well, yeah.
You need
But
spirit
it's charm.
combat.
Some kind of charm.
Yeah.
Which means there's probably anti-charm people in Glorantha too.
Of course.
Tell me what to wear. By the way, really quick interjection. Saying you didn't know anything when you're making your character reminds me there's a tweet that's been going around the last couple of days where it's like, oftentimes I look at the skills and knowledge I've cultivated and feel like that moment when you play an RPG for the first time and realize you've built your character all wrong after finally figuring out how the game works.
Oh my God. That's incredibly relatable.
I have all these ranks
You get that on needlepoint.
Contortion.
Hey, it worked out for my character. Okay.
And that's why actually I was bringing it up, because I was like, am I ever going to use spirit combat, or can I just plug it into spirit travel, or whatever, or like if that would make more sense for Samastina, but whatever. I don't want to retroactively create my character unless it serves me better right now.
It's up to Rainy.
It's up to Rainy.
I
don't really care.
You want.
I mean, Corsair recognizes landmarks in his dreams, so we may not need to spirit travel right now.
Yeah, he's been to the Red Harlot a lot lately, so it's very recognizable.
Just give me Red Harlot gift cards for my birthday. It's cool.
Oh my god!
Like gift cards.
Buy one get one free.
Oh my god!
Bogus.
Oh man. All right. So I guess what?
Sorry, I was just curious if Red Lobster had a phrase I could pun off of, but it's for Red Harlot, and it's Red Lobster for the seafood lover in you. So we'll move along.
Yeah. Jesus.
Let's continue.
Them biscuits, though.
Yeah, I know. Hello.
Biscuits, yeah. Anyways.
All right.
So we're moving. So based on the
Oh no, sorry. Their new slogan is "Share the love." That's even better.
Ooh.
Well, yeah.
Red Harlot, share the love.
I don't know why that would be your slogan as a seafood chain.
fucking basic.
It's really
Judging you, Red Lobster.
They're like,
right now.
I don't know.
Share the love.
This takes us to this week's sponsor, Applebee's.
Oh God, no. Hell no. Okay.
Crabble peas.
They've also got "You're here for the cheddar biscuits."
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah.
It's true.
Guilty as
Red
charged.
Harlot. You're
Yeah.
here.
Mhm. And
For
lastly,
the yak
last
butter.
Cheddar
one,
babes.
last one.
Cheddar babes.
Life on land is dry.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Dive into the Red Harlot. Life on land is dry.
Dive into the Red Harlot.
Someone got paid to create that. Like that passed through a lot of hands.
A lot of hands.
Don't worry, they've spent all their money by now, so it's all been wasted.
Someone do the meme of Don Draper with the presentation board, and then he's like, life on land is dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, get wet at Red
Holy
Lobster.
shit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Get your dick wet at Red Lobster.
Oh,
Isn't that a little
hey,
explicit?
Get rid of harlot.
The Red
Okay.
Harlot, yeah.
The Red Harlot. Which one lost though? Like, what were the
Yeah,
losing?
right.
Oh,
The
my
also
God.
rans, yeah.
We'll clarify your butter at the Red Harlot.
Jesus.
They're like,
You won't
no.
need a fork to get to our meat.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you
My
go.
God.
You don't need a special fork.
You don't need a special fork to dig out our meat.
Weird
My God.
fires.
Jesus Christ.
All right, you got balls, you got
They're just-
meat, you're just in it
no.
today. This is just the mood, I guess.
Yeah.
the
Sorry, I'm
vibe.
just like the warm-up comic before the sitcom starts.
I know.
I'm just getting everyone going here. So
I'm up
carry
after the
on,
band.
please carry on.
And here this morning, I sent a meme. I saw a meme that I thought was hilarious, and I was like, "Oh man, I should send this to my friends." No, it's too racy. It'll be offensive. And so,
Oh, send
It
it.
wasn't. Yeah.
Never have to
Again,
worry about
sexuality
that.
studies scholar. No,
Yeah.
nothing shocks me. So, moving on, we are headed to the Red Harlot because Corsair says to the Red Harlot. Basically, that's the reason why we go,
Yes.
correct?
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah,
so.
let's go.
Yeah, no
along the
questions
way, you
required.
fill us
I'm just
in.
in a thoughtful mood.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking through everything that we heard and also worried about Samastina because she's about to pop. Because
My God.
basically there was a revelation about
That's right.
possibly some type of the babies plural are growing. First of all, it's 2. Second of all, they're growing faster than anticipated. And so this could happen at any moment. And I'm nervous.
They are growing faster than anticipated.
Yes.
Is that confirmed? Or is
Please.
it just because it's twins?
So far, it seems to be just because it's twins, although because of their strange polarity, who knows what's going to happen. Things are happening.
They're
There's not a
pulling
lot
on
of
your
details
roots.
yet.
Yeah. Well, I know you don't want to get my moon cooties on you, but if you could just help me around town, I'd
Of
appreciate
course
it.
oh my God. Okay, look, all these thoughts, I'm not telling you that you're weird or ostracizing you for your lunar ways. I'm just basically here to help you, here to assist and support. And also, I guess I thought they were growing faster, but I guess they're not. But twins can also be delivered more preterm than a singleton. So you have to be careful of that, I think, is what the nurse was probably trying to tell us last time, or the sister, Sister Mercy.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So I'm helping you along.
Preach.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Do you want me to hire you a palanquin or sedan chair?
Or just a strong dude.
Strong guy to carry you around. Let's get a himbo to carry.
Yeah, a couple of muscle-bound dudes.
I thought Corsar was our resident himbo.
No, well, kind of. He's obviously on the
during storm season. Less himbo, more.
Yeah.
My intelligence is 12. Thank you very much. I will not be stereotyped.
Your intelligence is higher than mine. I don't want to think.
Celestina is the himbo. That's why I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. If we can hire 2 muscle bound dudes, I'm down. Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
But it's got to happen like ASAP.
Now, immediately.
Now, right now.
Right now. We're in the upper quarters, so you know we should be able to find somebody.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have the Lunars. I will pay them.
For Upper City.
Yeah.
Who are these? Okay, yeah.
You can find some strong boys.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a bath and gymnasium. So
there is a gymnasium, right?
Okay, we can find them there.
The temple.
Nice.
Oh my god. I know we keep getting distracted. Rainey, editing this video is gonna be hell for you.
Sorry, Rainey.
No, I don't edit it. That's why people complain that we like each other too much.
That's right. We don't cut out the laughs.
I know. I was driving around town yesterday and I saw this huge building, and it was apparently 2 different locations, but you could read the sign as one, and it was like antiques and oddities and ultimate ninja what is it? Obstacle course.
What?
And I was like, oh, I gotta take a picture of that. And then we drove by it. I couldn't get a photo, but you could read the sign as one. It was just like one giant sign.
Like antique ninjas and oddity obstacle course.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. And I was like, wow.
It had to be like the shop that we saw but that was recently linked. Disc or something like that with the whole like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, airsoft guns, that was just this is what I'm about. This is my shop. Welcome. Yeah, exactly. Hand pressed vintage vinyl.
Right.
I love it.
And adult novelties.
Adult novelties, please.
Yeah.
Is that what's okay? So this bath place, is that where we're gonna hire the himbos?
The gymnasium.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, boom.
Gymnasium. Yep. Ooh. So you find a couple of strong folk who are willing to help a beautiful woman in need. Oh yeah.
How are they carrying me? Like a baby?
Yes.
Just like on a shoulder. Yeah.
Imagine like a sedan chair, like Santi said.
Yeah, a chair. Okay. It's for you to sit in, another kid to pull it around.
Probably given by the hospital temple.
Wow.
Honestly,
the whole village really coming together for this.
Well,
hey man, it's huge, important. So. You're massive, and you're gonna blow, and you just want to make sure that you're okay.
Should I increase my size? All this is making me feel weird.
I don't know, what is it now?
It's 11.
Oh, you're good.
I'm tight.
If you're like size 6, maybe.
Oh yeah,
up to 7.
Yeah, no, you're fine. But still, we want to be respectful, and they want to make sure you're okay. So we get you in the sedan. They carry you around. We are going to the Red Harlot per Corsar's
So leaving the upper city past the ruins of the old Seven Mothers Temple, past the Earth Temple, and down the stairs, past the council house, which you had to meet in earlier. And down the stairs towards the Scholars' Quarter, the strange enough the location of the Red Harlot Inn.
That's so strange.
So you head that way, led by the expert on this location, Corsar. And when you get there, you can see that there are quite a handful of guards outside of a certain house. There seems to be a little crowd around it.
Outside of a certain house. What does the house look like?
You do recognize the house from your vision as the one that this creature hunted its way into. But yeah, it's pretty much across the street from the Red Harlot, so an easy spot for one at Corsar. But yeah, it seems to be kind of just to get back into our Columbo theme, the equivalent in Glorantha of being kind of taped off for investigation.
And there's a crowd around, like people are trying to get a look.
Yep.
I think this is when we could use our coins, Kivra, to make our way through the morass of people.
Dude, if you need someone to, everybody move sort of thing. I mean, Corsar's your guy, but Keeper's no slouch in that regard either, especially with the coin of office, my badge.
That's right. Yeah.
I'll definitely clear away. Especially we've got a sedan chair in tow as well, hopefully draped appropriately with silks and similar, like we got to zhuzh everything up to increase the pageantry of everything so that the peasants know to one side, Peck.
That's right.
Get out of the way. Yeah, I'm curious what they're looking at.
Yeah.
I'm curious what they're seeing over there.
Does it look like it was burned out? Does it look like
no sign of fire. So kind of a similar gawking fest of what you dealt with the previous day, but without any of the signs of fire.
All right. Were we able to make our way to the front part of the crowd fairly easily? Or
if you want to. I mean, they're not going to fight you on it or anything. They're all just all like trying to they're talking amongst themselves, all the normal.
Yeah. Cool. So I think we move through the crowd to see what's the hubbub.
Yep. So one of the guards puts up a hand to stop you. Says, I'm sorry, terrible events happen here. If you were looking to visit, the homeowner is no longer home.
Are they dead?
Sir.
Oh, no, but not well.
Okay, well, check this coin out.
Oh, excuse me. How can I help you?
Business of the City Rex.
Yeah. So
with respect, sir, one side. Like we show up like the feds, right?
Yeah, exactly.
In your
cool,
suit,
thanks.
And your sunglasses, yeah.
Thanks, officer. We'll take it from here.
Exactly. Yeah, we got this.
Make sure the crowd, is seen to, and all that.
Yep.
Okay. So you're just going inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will remain outside with Samastina, of course.
Okay.
Thank you, Corsar.
So there we go. So we head into this little home.
Yeah. Heading inside, you can see that things look pretty thrashed about, like the place was turned over or something. But yeah, it looks quite a mess inside. And you can see another couple of guards kind of poking around and chatting with each other.
What are you guys doing here?
Honestly, we're just trying to figure out what could have caused this. It's not the first case we've seen. It seems to be happening more and more as the week goes by.
What happened?
Yeah, what have you learned so far?
Well, reliable information. Someone called the guards once there was a lot of noise, screaming. Seemed that there was a struggle, but when we got here, it was, the homeowner was just breaking things and screaming about vengeance and something or other. we've been looking around. There's no signs of like any, like intoxicant that could have been used to cause such a shift in their demeanor, but they're not snapping out of it. So we have them over at, the temple next door, but we're going to bring them up to the hospital here in a moment.
Okay. So they're at the temple. What were they saying? What were they screaming about?
Like I said, when we came in and we put up a good fight, being such a small man, but just vengeance, how the fires of the traitors wouldn't stop them, just nonsense.
The fires of the traitors or the traitors?
Traitors.
Here we go
Okay.
again.
Traitors.
The fires of the traitors would not stop them.
We tried to assure them there was no fire. Maybe they just could, were under some sort of poor way with the fires that have been happening in the city. A lot of people are on edge, but his behavior was quite strange.
Who is this person?
He's a scholar, a keeper of records, lives in this area. Mostly has been keeping histories related to local fish populations from the rivers around Johnstown.
That'll drive you nuts.
Oh my God. All right. Okay. Is there any way that we can go talk to him? He's at the temple next door, you said?
Yes. The temple for Ularia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's number 16 on the map.
Temple number 16.
Yeah.
Ularia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Who,
I
as
think we're
we
probably
all
gonna
know, is the goddess of love.
Mm-hmm. Right next to the red harlot,
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Probably gone over there for some unguents a couple times.
Yeah.
Nice.
For what?
Blessings.
Oh. Unguents.
Special blessings.
Salves, tinctures.
Mhm. All right. Well, then let's head over there, Kivra. Let's go check it out.
All right. Outside in the crowd.
Yeah, I was gonna say
we've got Corsar and Sonestina. What would you like to be doing out there?
I want to talk to this guard.
Yeah, sure.
While they walk inside,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kind of like ask my himbos to gently lower me so that I'm just slightly taller than the guard.
Right. So they're like squatting, just holding a squat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this guy. Okay. And I'm like, all right. What can you tell me about what happened here? Like the details.
We were called over when someone thought the man who owns the house was being attacked, but it turns out it was just the scholar throwing things around and screaming. A few people said they saw something, but it doesn't make any sense.
Go on.
Say it anyway, sing it.
You tell.
Mm-hmm.
They said it was some sort of glowing spider, but that doesn't make any sense.
How big was this spider?
We're not getting
Or
clear matching stories from anyone about it.
Okay.
But I would say maybe some folks were saying it was the size of a dog. Some were saying it was the size of a person. But I mean, I think you'd notice more people would be seeing they said like saw something like that if it was around Johnstown.
Who are the witnesses here, or where have they been moved?
Oh, I'm sure there's still a few of them in the crowd. We just had to keep him away from the house to take a look around.
I'm gonna look at Corsair knowingly. And wink. And go, maybe we should try to interview some of these people. I don't know. Just get an idea of what they had seen.
Yeah.
Let's try and find
That's
some.
a good idea.
Are you just asking around? Are you doing
I guess so.
Did they point at anybody? Like,
yeah. What did they do?
Specifically?
Sure. So the guard's like, well, who? Yeah, I had to push Fisk over there away from the house earlier, saying crazy
Fisk?
stuff. Yeah.
Okay. It's a good name. All right. So, yeah, let's go meet with Fisk. Let's do it away from the guard, though, because I don't want any I don't want him to be like, oh, the guard didn't believe me or whatever.
Oh, right.
And make him feel weird.
Sure.
Make the guard feel bad about himself.
Exactly.
Hey, the guard can handle it.
Oh, well, I'm more concerned about Fisk. I don't want Fisk getting insecure.
Right.
Sensitive to Fisk's feelings.
Sure,
Right.
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, you see that the guard is pointing to a stout man kind of standing a little bit back in the crowd, looking concerned and suspicious at this house.
I guess we'll go over to him or call out like Fisk. You know, just call out his name.
He's
Fisk.
like, I'm sorry. I have we met?
No, we haven't. My name is Samastina. This is my friend Corsair, the uncouth.
Pleasure to meet you.
I have heard that you saw something unusual around these parts.
Yes, and I told the guards immediately, not that they did anything about it.
Yeah, well, we want to make sure something gets done. So can you tell me what you told them?
Yes, I was bringing my cart through back towards the processional way to bring it back through the tunnel to the upper city. And as I was heading in that direction, I saw a strange glowing red spider-like creature. It climbed up through a crack in the rocks.
Which rocks?
The ones on the road over by the processional way.
Okay, on the road by the processional way.
Okay, yeah.
Where's that at? Is there a number?
It would be near 16. It's kind of like, the road that leads up towards the upper city or down from the upper city, depending on your perspective.
Okay. So it climbed up through there. Interesting.
Must be caves up there.
I was gonna say, what's the path that we've known this thing has gone on? So we know it was in the Scholars Quarter, right?
That was this most recent one, but all the fires that you investigated and your previous various claims and sightings were all in the area of the Crafters Quarter, which is adjacent to the Scholars Quarter.
So it's moving up through the city. It could be going towards the Merchants Quarter. It could be going to the upper city right now. And where's this altar that was destroyed that this thing might have been kind of locked up in or whatever?
Your theory that this is related to the revenge against the Lunars, perhaps?
Yeah, our theory, I guess.
Yeah. So the Seven Mothers temple, the ruins of it, are in the upper city, between the temple to Shalana Roy and the council chambers where you were previously.
Okay.
It's number 20 on your map.
Ooh. Dunka. Yeah, and there's like some cave business happening there. I mean, it's like a...
Yeah, and the dream was talking about the thing climbing through the rocks. So
yeah,
I think it's on its way to the upper city.
Yeah, there might be some caves connecting the ruins of the Lunar Temple,
Oh man, I mean, and this is like a big plateau basically for the upper city.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So I guess the way Johnstown is laid out, right, is that we have like the big regular old city. I guess what is this called?
Probably.
The lower city, Old Town.
The upper city might be Old Town. Probably.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then it goes up, and there's all these little like plateaus. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
This limestone? Are we on limestone?
Mhm.
That's
right.
Yeah. Or
The deck
sandstone, maybe.
Yeah.
There you go.
Roll
sandstone.
your science geology.
Ooh.
Um,
So we've got so my point is that we have a lot of potential for caves and sinkholes and that kind of stuff like buried within the rock.
I'm rolling mineral lore. I have a 5% chance.
Ooh.
I rolled a fucking 5.
Oh my God.
What in the world?
That's how you beat this game, guys. Just roll a 5.
Just one.
Corsar,
Yep.
this is not something necessarily that you would normally know, but when it turned storm season, you actually visited the Renta Shrine, number 10 on your map, to make sure that a proper shrine was available for Storm Bowl for this season. And yeah, they told you all about the limestone and how the water passing through meant so many of the temples had basements and underground chambers. And there's way more than people have even explored here. So yeah, you know a weird amount about the geology of Johnstown now.
The worst part of that is that this is one of those skills you can't check.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
skill check out of it.
That is the worst part.
Yeah.
Everything else was a win.
That's right.
That's why you always roll, just in case.
Just
Always
in
roll.
case.
You never know.
ABR.
Always be rolling.
Always be rolling. All right. So, wow, Corsar. Thank you for that.
As the wind is kind of like, blowing my hair and I'm
Yes.
staring out with,
Yeah.
somewhat narrowed eyes. I'm like, limestone massif.
Yeah.
Likely to be peppered with caves, no doubt.
Nice.
What the hell?
Love it.
It's like that
Yeah.
scene in Wayne's World where Chris
You
Farley is telling him
kneel
where
down
Mr.
and lick
Big's
the
limo.
rock, and you're like,
Yeah.
limestone.
Limestone's still fresh.
Mm. Okay, cool. All right. Well, we know. All right. So, wow, we really gained something here. All right. Anything else that we should know, Fisk? I'm like,
Well, I mean, I don't know if this has anything to do with those fires. I mean, but things seem to be getting bad in Johnstown. And if this is something you're looking into, I'd be careful. Folks are saying it's revenge for the way that the folks here, what they did to the temple,
Oh,
I don't know, Fisk.
Oh.
Corsar knows.
I'm nodding
He's
my
gonna
head.
he's gonna roll a 5.
I
Well,
know everything.
I mean, it was understandable to lash out at the lunar occupation, but they set to destroying it while there are still people inside.
Wow. Okay. Are you suggesting that the Lunars are behind these fires, Fisk?
I'm not saying that it's anyone in particular, but with strange spirits rolling around town, climbing up through the rocks, who knows what's looking for revenge?
Okay. Fisk, you've been a great help. I'm going to give him
Well,
a
thank you
lunar.
for listening, since
Of
the
course.
guards here apparently don't care about these things.
Mm-hmm. They'll never care, Fisk. They never do.
All guards are bad.
All guards are bad.
Bad.
AGA.
Gab.
Not to mention, where's your taxes going, Fisk? This place is woefully under.
Who guards the guardsman?
Who guards
Oh my
the guardsman? I love that. Oh my god. Okay, so
Young
cool.
Kenneth.
Yeah, exactly. Young Kenneth guards the guardsman.
Yeah, we see the kind of people they're
Yeah.
hiring these days.
Right, exactly. It's a sham.
It is.
All right, cool. Yeah. So I, thank Fisk for his time. And look at Corsar, and I'm like, wow, we really just wrap this up.
Oh my God. Wow.
It still doesn't explain
So epic.
who's been setting the fires.
Yeah, we need to figure that out. Although, so what do you think, Corsair? I'm interested to know what you think. Like, do you think that this is the demon following the fires? Are the fires following the demon or the spirit, I guess?
Perhaps the spirit is trying to prevent the fires.
Whoa.
Maybe someone intended to set a fire to this building and was prevented from doing so.
By the presence of the spirit. Interesting. We really can't mark anything off here.
Can I do a little perimeter sweep, see if maybe somebody, like there's a box full of like unlit lamps or something like that maybe?
Absolutely. You may. You're doing a scan.
A scan indeed. Oh, sorry. My dice just went like, oh guys, I'm playing
Such an intense roll.
Everything started flying everywhere. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's try this again. All right. I think if I may use fire/sun rune to boost this.
That would make sense. No, I'm into it.
The all-seeing eye of the sun, since I don't have a very good scan. All right, here goes fire. Okay, that's an 11, which is 1 away from a special success, sadly. Plus 20, so 45. No, I missed it.
Dangers.
Yeah.
So, missed your special or missed entirely?
Missed my scan.
Oh, missed
entirely.
Your scan.
Rolled
Okay.
a 74.
All right. Yeah, you're looking around, and I mean, other than the crowd gathered here, there seems to be no sign of spooky lunars like Serzine saw, or suspicious oil lamps or anything.
Okay.
What are you looking for, Corsair?
Any signs that someone was planning to set fire to this building? Oily rags, kindling, etc.
Yeah, that's a good question. Didn't you mention something about some clay urns, right? Or jars? I would also like to make a scan.
Scan away.
I don't think I need to empower this, or it doesn't make sense to, because I'm like piggybacking off Corsair's idea.
You're just also looking like.
I failed.
Okay. Yeah. No, you agree with Corsair's assessment.
Yeah, like I don't see
This doesn't
anything.
seem to fit the MO you were seeing with the fires anyway, like the kind of common threads.
Maybe let's get back to the house and see if Serzine and Kiva have found anything.
All right. So the two of you were headed out, Serzine and Kiva, to perhaps go see to the homeowners being kept at the temple of the goddess of love. And you see the himbo powered chair approaching you with your two companions. Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, what'd you find?
I would prefer it called what it is. It's the Himbozine.
Oh, sorry. Yes, of course.
I guess we'd relate to Serzine and Kiva and just be like, this is what we found. Someone found some kind of man or dog-sized glowing spider that scurried up some stones heading towards the procession way leading up to the upper city or the merchant's quarter. And said of course the guards aren't listening, and Corsair, I didn't know this, is a geologist.
What? How is that determined? I say.
I look at Corsair.
Well, I'm no geologist. It's just obvious to anybody who looks at the massif over here displays the customary striations associated with riverine limestone deposits.
So humble.
It's like the most that he's talked.
Right. I have a passion for geology. Okay.
Yeah. So do you think that there's some type of network of caves that these folks are using to, or that the spirit is using, or how do you connect it all?
Like the spirit may not even be a spirit. I mean, if it's using caves, it has to be some kind of corporeal thing, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Well,
yeah,
we were gonna go talk to the homeowner because apparently he's raving. So he may have some clues.
Did you find anything in there maybe insinuating that the building could or should have been on fire?
No, we didn't look for that.
Okay. Well, we're just seeing if there's got to be some kind of correlation between the spirit and these fires.
Right.
I'm just wondering if like I said to Corsair, is the spirit following the fires, or is the fires following the spirit, or what's going on there?
Yeah, it's not clear. I guess we should have looked to see if the house looked like, but it just seemed as though this person was raving. The guards were called, and then they were escorting them to a place where they would maybe be held for a while and then sent to the hospital eventually.
Well, I mean, when Corsair and I found that lady yesterday,
mm-hmm.
who was kind of raving and going mad in the alley, I don't think there was anything about fires or jars with moon runes on them or anything there.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This they may be just two completely different events. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, we're not sure. No, that's a really good point. Yeah, so I think we're gonna head over and just talk to the homeowner and see if there's any information we can get from him. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe you could provide some healing to him, Celestina, and see if that might help to get some clarity there. I don't know.
I start sweating.
Yep.
Like, oh God, please.
So much pressure.
Do not make me roll my 91 or lower.
No.
I will fail.
God.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
so we'll head over there.
Right. You the Temple of Valeria is it looks less like a temple and more like a set of very fancy public baths with some private rooms set around it. You are greeted by a temple initiate who introduces himself as Laron and asks how he can service you today.
Ooh.
What the hell?
This can be arranged.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Well, wait a minute. If you haven't noticed, she is pregnant, so you need to be careful about
This
her
does
foot
not
rub.
dissuade us in any way from providing service.
Oh my goodness.
I like
That's
this.
not
place.
what I was implying. That's not what I was implying. What I mean is that she's in a very delicate state. So just be careful about what, how, intensive the massage is.
Yes, of
Thank you.
course.
Yeah.
I'm like your little. What was that?
Mani-pedis for everyone.
That's
and
right.
while they're doing that, bring the guy in and we'll question him like this council of like fabulous
People getting foot rubs.
makeover.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I love it. So we need to speak with there was somebody brought here to this temple to be held. So we need to speak with him.
He is in one of our private rooms. I could certainly escort you that way.
Please do.
And he leads you to one of these. All of the private rooms do not have shared walls. They're kind of separate little bungalows.
Mm-hmm.
And opening the door to this one, you see they have put their knowledge of ropes to fine use. He is gagged and bound in in this very sweet smelling room.
Nice. All right. So, all right, we gotta get
for the comfort of our worshippers. We thought it would be best to keep him safe and quiet.
Understandable. We need to speak with him though. So, would you mind ungagging him, please?
Of course.
Not yet.
What?
Okay.
What?
Maybe I should I try to do something first?
Do some healing
Yeah.
first.
Yeah. Good idea.
Yeah.
Lauren says, "Oh, please."
Ooh, so I dismount.
He's just all into us. All right.
Okay, yeah, good. That's fine. Okay, yeah. So I dismount and okay, so I'm gonna take a moment, do some deep breathing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to figure out which one of my babies is really speaking to me right now.
You may roll D100 to
Yeah.
Ooh, 27.
Right. It is the moon baby.
Moon
Oh, here we go.
baby. Moon baby, I'm speaking to you. Moon baby, can you hear me?
Moon baby
It's the
kicks
moon
in
baby
response. Yeah.
Okay, so knowing that, I'm going to empower my moon rune. In an attempt to communicate with this baby, get it on my side. I need to wrangle these kids in before they're even born.
I know.
Yeah.
No. Need to get out the spiritual monkey backpack with a leash. Ooh, I got a 5. I got a 5 out of 84.
Yeah.
This is an especially strong bond. Yeah.
Yay.
Nice.
I knew I had a favorite.
Oh no.
Already.
Not even born. Okay, so
Oh
All
my
right.
god.
so what does that bump my? Okay, so my first aid is 90. So what does that take it to?
Okay. So normally, if you had a special success, that would bump it to 30. But because of your current affinity to Moon Baby, it bumps it 50. So your skill is bumped 50 over normal, as
So-
would be in a critical success.
Ooh, so 140, and good thing because I rolled a 73.
Right.
I need all the help I can get.
Yeah, seriously.
All right. And so you're doing a first aid, you said?
I'm doing first aid, but I'm trying to really feel this dude out and just be like, I'm assessing him physically, but I also want to kind of like look into what's going on spiritually, mentally, kind of.
Yeah.
More
I
physical
think-
and spiritual.
Augmenting with your moon rune / baby. Game
Get
is
the
weird.
baby bonus.
Yeah, baby bonus.
Baby bump.
It's
Really
almost like you can see around him this kind of reddish glowing influence of moon-like power.
Okay, interesting. I recall them talking about this spider monster and how it was glowing red.
Yes.
And I wonder that perhaps its moon aura was just so intense that it appeared to glow.
That is certainly a logical connection to make.
Okay. So yeah, and then I do my thing. How chill is this dude? So I'm like calming him, trying to talk him down. And once I feel like he's looking at me in the eyes,
Sure,
and we're establishing some kind of like mental, like he's cognizant, he's with me. Then I'm gonna be like, hey, as soon as you're chill, I'm gonna remove this gag and I'm gonna untie you. But I need to know that you're there first.
Yeah, his breathing becomes more regular, kind of following with yours. And he seems to be struggling against the sexy bonds less.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna undo the gag.
He says, you know about her.
Oh.
Her who? What is your name?
I mean, yes.
I'm the scribe Doro. And she came to me I assumed to tell her tale, but my mind, it's not capable of holding all of it.
Mm-hmm. What of her tale can you tell me now?
It is all pain and vengeance.
Can you give me a name? What her name is?
I think he can. Because you are doing well, you're using smart things, I will give this one to you.
Wow.
Her name is Aramaxilus.
Whoa. Okay, I'm going to resist the urge to run to the PDF. I'm like, okay. Do I know this name, or does anybody, is there a group lore roll or something we can do?
I don't think, because of where y'all are from and everything, that this would be familiar to you.
Okay. Aramaxilus?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's
although having the name, it is certainly possible someone would be familiar with this, yes, but not in your crew.
Okay, fair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to ask him if he wants me to undo the binds on his hands and feet.
I don't know if without you I can maintain this level of calm. I think I should see the healers.
That's fair. Okay. I will have you taken to them, and I will ensure that you are well taken care of. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is there anything we should ask this dude? I'm like looking behind me because I imagine you guys are behind me.
So I think I might get impatient and just be like, who is starting these fires?
And he, as a person, at first looks confused. And he's like, there have been many fires. And then it's kind of like a little switch. And he says, but she said the traitors started the fires.
So I knew, okay.
But
okay.
The fires won't stop her. Everyone will feel the revenge, the vengeance for what they did. All of their minds will be lost.
Who's considered a traitor?
Yeah, who are the traitors? Do you know who they are?
I don't know.
So these are two separate incidents then. I mean, they're related, but it's the creature is not causing the fires, and the fires are not there to support the creature, right?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's like, I don't know. I'm trying to digest everything.
Yeah. So the fires won't stop her.
Right.
I'm assuming her is the creature.
Mm-hmm.
Does seem to be what he's implying.
Okay.
Right.
Corsair, Kivra, anything?
Yeah. What do y'all think?
Check out those caves.
The caves?
Mm-hmm.
Just to be clear, the spirit isn't starting the fires. The fires are being started to like combat the spirit.
It seems like that.
So there's two factions at play here. It would seem one force to stop the spirit using these fires, and then this spirit's aim seems to be to drive people mad, seeking vengeance. Okay,
and the fires are started with moon runes. These jars could be empowered by moon runes, which is interesting considering the form of this spirit.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking too.
I'd want to know where the spirit goes. I'm still hung up on this spirit having a lair.
Yeah.
Where does the spirit go? If old boy knows where Aramaxilus goes. Hey, we're writing a song.
Hell of a name.
I think at this point it would be appropriate for folks to roll cult lore.
Ooh.
Because as players, there are certain connections we cannot make, for we do not know the things.
True.
All of us are rolling cult lore.
You may.
So I only know cult lore Chalana Arroy.
Any cult lore will be valid.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Because
I have a 5% chance. Yet again.
Ooh.
Yeah, I do.
17. So close.
Ooh.
Gotta beat
Fail.
a 30. 81.
Yeah, I got a 79.
Yeah, that's a hard no across the board.
Can I push? Can I push?
Yes, if you fail, your consequence. No. So
God abandons you.
Yeah.
Yep, you start worshiping the seven mothers.
Damn it.
Yeah, so you don't get any extra connection. I think you have ideas that there's probably some undergroundiness involved. You know that there's some moon link probably based on the energies that are involved, but also a moon link on the fire side. And you've run into some human components potentially involved with that. But yes, neither have you yet investigated. So it seems there are two kind of main directions you can go, or especially being in the Scholars Quarter, you could try to find more information about this name. Be a third option, or whatever else you're thinking about doing.
I think we should try to find somebody who knows something about this name. And then perhaps go look for it, like get all of our knowledge ducks lined up and then start spelunking.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
I'm going to make an opposed roll of air versus loyalty Samastina just to see how I'm feeling about that.
Ooh.
I want action. All right. 23 on my air roll. But a 15 on my loyalty Samastina roll.
Ooh, so loyal.
Wow.
As much as I'm antsy and I want to get up into those caves, I will yield to Samastina's suggestion.
Amazing.
Want to get up into those caves, so to speak.
Yeah.
The good caves.
Yep.
All right.
So maybe I'm going to ask him, do you want me to put the gag back in?
Oh my God.
No, I should share my wisdom with everyone.
Okay, I'm going to put the gag back in.
Okay. Say, if she doesn't, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, okay. So I'll tell him this. I tell him, you need to keep your wisdom to yourself for now, and at the appropriate time, we will declare, the wisdom from the mountaintops. I'm like, you need to chill out, and then we'll do it. We'll do it together, me and you.
Yes, my lady.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Right.
I feed him a grape.
They're around.
Yeah, they're around.
Of course.
Yeah, that makes sense. Total
Yeah. All right.
total luxury.
Yeah, and then I guess I will put I'll put his gag back in and say, this is for you. Put his gag back in, and then maybe get the Himbozine to take him to the priest's place and
The hospital.
the hospital, and just be like, and give them instructions on like, don't remove his gag until he, let the sisters deal with them.
Right. Yep. They nod easily, try to plop him in your place in the chair, and back up the stairs.
Nice.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So your
Where to
goal
next?
is to find information, you were thinking?
I think so.
It
Yeah.
would occur to you all, especially based on your location, that the great library, the Temple of Lankonwai, is just down the street. It's at the corner of Scholar and Scribe Streets.
Ooh.
Ayo.
Yeah.
If you're just looking for some smartle folk, or records and various things. Otherwise, if you had someone else you wanted to talk to who potentially may know more, that is also acceptable.
I feel like the library would be a good stop, but maybe also the Rent-A-Shrine.
Yeah, exactly.
That random dude I had to make up does seem to know a lot about random things.
I'm going to go
All right.
poke around the ruins of the Lunar Temple while they go to the library because I
Ooh.
cannot hang with
Right.
that.
Did you
I'm
want
not
to go to
going
the library or the Rent-A-Shrine then? Because the Rent-A-Shrine would be near the temple if you all wanted to stay close by. But the library is down here in the Scholars Quarter.
No, you all can go to the library. I'll go.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm fine with that.
Sweet. All right. So, who all is going to which one?
I will go to library.
Yeah, I think the library is probably where I'm better suited to.
I'm feeling the ruins because
All right,
Kira
team
is super
punch
hung up
to
on
the
the
ruins.
well.
Yeah.
It's less that, and it's just more like I'm like, this spirit has to return somewhere. Like I'm fixated on that.
Mhm.
So it seems more of poking around ruins is definitely. You're not gonna find a ghost in a library. What is this, a 1980s ghost movie? Like, come on, they're gonna I'll find an actual ghost.
I have some spinner racks with Goosebumps paperbacks on it.
Oh yeah.
No, but I think going to the library is actually super beneficial because gather information about what we're looking at. I just don't think that I can really.
Well, you and Corsar are people of action.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And to be fair, Serzine is as well.
I am, but I want to make sure that you have somebody nearby just in case something were to happen. I can't count on these himbos to like protect you. So
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Sarazine's also very calculated, very well, I mean, when you're not charging in and getting naked across enemy lines, you're very much, know the land, know the enemy, all that kind of thing, and then strike. I get that impression. So
Yeah, I'm kind of like a stealthy sort. So
yeah, she's
There you
impulsive
go.
once she has everything she needs.
Mhm.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, good assessment.
All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, break.
Go.
Go team.
All right.
All right. So, our Ezrolians, Serzine and Samastina, head to the library. You will get there first. It is closer.
Mhm.
It is a building the folks of Johnstown are quite proud of. It's one of the oldest buildings in the city, and it is known for its vast catalog of scrolls. If you head into the library, you would be met by a scholar in the entry hall. And they say, how can the scholars here help you find greater knowledge?
You want to take the lead on this?
Well, you just got all the information.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Hello, first of all.
Hello.
They rocking their beards. They're
That's
laughing
right.
at my beard.
So much beard.
Yeah.
My name is Samastina, and this is my confidant, Serzine.
Ezrolian names.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So I look
Brainiacs.
at Samastina like suddenly somebody's recognizing us. Like,
Thank God.
interesting. Yeah, I know.
God.
Finally.
The respect we deserve.
Exactly. Yeah. Agree. Hard agree.
Yeah. So we're looking for perhaps I don't even know. We don't even know what kind of creature this is. So perhaps spirits or cults of obscure lore, perhaps.
Yes.
And I'm going to need you to escort us the entire way because my library use is 0.
Well, certainly non-initiates are typically not let past the entry hall, but if you had information that you would want me to go fetch for you, I could do so.
Oh, good.
That would be helpful.
Yeah. And
but what detail do you have that I may be able to go on for? What you have given me would certainly mean hundreds of scrolls.
It's true.
Strange cults, spirits. There's a lot of information about that.
I appreciate that he just scoffs in my face.
Getting shaded now.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah.
I mean,
well, we don't want to tire your your vast knowledge of this place. So we'll be quick. We're looking for any information on a glowing spider-like entity that is red, right? That's what we're
a creature that may resemble
a spider and be as big as a dog or a person, a fairly large spider.
Or really, what is the well, this is an educated place, so I'm not worried that he's gonna like yell heretic and burn me at the stake. So
right.
It is a creature that may or may not resemble the goddess Sedinia.
Oh, right? I see. Okay. You would know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Like some kind of
multi-limbed,
perhaps
red
glowy creature. And perhaps with other ties to what was the name? I look at
Aramaxilus.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, a lunar name. Well, that narrows it down.
Okay, good.
Okay. Maybe instead of hundreds of scrolls, maybe a couple dozen.
Certainly. Yeah. Well, please have a comfortable seat, and I will be back as soon as I can find the information you are seeking.
I go and sit down.
Maybe we can get another smoothie flight. We were talking about before.
I love that idea. I just lay my head on your shoulder.
Okay. You are carrying a heavy burden, my sister. So feel free to rest, and you can use my shoulder. It's fine.
I'm like, don't let them hear you say that.
No, I say it quietly. I definitely say it quietly. Like, yeah.
God.
Especially since you're like, put your head on my shoulder. I'll just like whisper it down to you. You know.
Thank you.
Yes. Being discreet.
Yeah. I cannot wait for this pregnancy to be done.
That's what you say now.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
God.
Because then you'll have 2 babies to actually feed and like take care of, etc. So
True.
Just saying.
Have a troll midwife.
Oh, hungry. I don't know. I think you would want somebody with like nimble fingers and hands as opposed to giant troll hands. No, thank you.
True.
All right. So we are waiting.
Yeah.
All right. As Kivra and Corsar make your way up to the upper city, especially since you're on the lookout or I guess acutely aware of things like caves and such right now, you would note that although citizens and visitors to Johnstown use the stairs of the processional way, there is a tunnel, which folks here just call under the hill, which you can use to access the upper city with things like carts and stuff like that.
Just looking at that.
Yeah. If that was something that you were interested in checking out, and since it's a slightly more underground than your normal path up to the upper city. But you would see it because like the entrance is right next to where the stairs lead upward. And there's a guard outside just hanging out, waiting to check credentials of folk that try to bring their carts through, the normal stuff.
Got a license or something.
But
all right.
Yes, you have to have a CDL. A cart driver's license.
Oh my god.
Yep. Okay, Dad. Check your dad.
Okay. So yeah, definitely interested in that, but I'm gonna hit up the ruined temple first.
Okay. So yep, heading straight up. You would note that there are currently 2 guards stationed outside of the ruins of the temple to the Seven Mothers, one being young Kenneth and the other being a much larger guard that you don't recognize.
Young Kenneth is there?
Yeah, young Kenneth is there. And you note that they are kind of standing in front of the ruins. There is a couple, a man and a woman, who walk up to them, but not past them, kind of bow and throw a couple of coins into the ruin. And you hear them like kind of clink down to the wreckage beneath.
What do the man and woman look like? Do they have like lunar like runes?
They don't.
Like lunars.
No, that's the interesting thing. Yeah, they're obviously doing some sort of offering, but all of their tattoos are like earth and air and things like that. Nothing you would associate lunarly.
Well, I'll try and kind of wave them down once they're walking away, I guess, unless they're doing a lot of worshiping.
I say, oh, hello.
Hey, what's with the offering?
What?
Well, it's, obviously not our place of worship, but with everything going on in the city and with what happened there, we thought it's a good idea to maybe try to appease those that were within.
Any particular reason?
Well, when the big push happened that actually drove the lunar occupants out, in that time of violence, many citizens saw fit to bring down this symbol of their occupation. But many people forgot in their fervor that it was Sardarites who were converted and worshipped here as well. And when they burned down the temple and the floor gave way, there were still worshipers inside.
Well, it's not.
So we simply seek to placate any ill will the gods or spirits may have towards those of us still here.
I'd say you're wise to do so.
Yeah, smart. Nice. What do these people look like? Any distinctive tattoos or anything?
They have tentacles and no, they do have earth and air tattoos. They are dressed in what you've seen as like the typical dress of Johnstown. They don't seem to be kind of kitted out in any specific like initiate way or anything like that of any of the temples here. They seem to be locals.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll wander over towards young Kenneth there.
He says, "Oh, hello. I hope that the ransom money is treating you well."
Yes, young Kenneth. It has bought me many a night's entertainment. Perhaps I'll take you one day. Ha ha!
Oh my!
On your chest. Give her a good old back slap.
Oh no! No! Don't do that. Don't.
He's a father he's never had.
Here, let me lend you my Led Zeppelin cassettes. I think you'll like this. All right. So I'll just kind of nod towards the temple there, Got you guarding the ruins, I see.
Yeah, it's new for me. We didn't used to guard it, but folks have gone in to try to loot the place or take things out. And so City Rex has us stationed here now.
Interesting. So as I'm talking to him, I'm kind of surveying the ruins. So it sounds like there was a ground floor that collapsed into some cellars.
Yep.
Accurate?
So yeah, the main, what you would have approached in its prime was sort of a courtyard surrounded by pillars under the sky with stairs leading down into the temple proper. Growler's still hanging out
barks
somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guard dogs.
Okay. So the temple proper is underground.
Yes.
Oh.
Well then.
Well.
What do we have here?
All right.
Yes, let's check it out.
Yeah. So I say, I'm sure you and your friend won't mind if we just had a little look around.
Yeah, the other guard seems to protest at first, but Young Kenneth holds up a knowing hand. Says, they know the City Rex. Yes, of course. Just be careful. Some of the lower chambers are all collapsed in.
We're always careful, Young Kenneth.
I don't know about that, but I trust your judgment.
Wow, he's speaking the truth.
How dare you? All right.
I saw what you did with those trolls, and then I heard what she did with those trolls. I was there.
Young Kenneth was there. What the hell?
For the first one.
Good.
It was like one corner of your room, like.
Right.
Oh, I didn't clean this room fast enough.
Oh my God.
Just cowering with a wet rag in the corner. You boy, bring that here.
Oh my God. All right. So I'll slip him a lunar and I'll just say, check out the Red Harlot. It's a good time.
Oh, also, I mean, I don't know if there's anything to it because they're drunk, but the Temple of the Grain Goddess is right across the street. And some folks that were out there drinking said they saw an evil red spirit here. So just watch yourselves.
I knew it. Evil red spirit.
I'd be more worried about the rats, though.
Oh boy, we get to kill some rats. Maybe we'll advance to level 2.
Yay.
All right. Let me see here. So before we descend into the temple, there was also the under the hill tunnels, and there's something. Oh, the Renta Shrine. Right. Well, I'm ready to just get down in there, I think. Dirty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously what once was a lovely staircase is now kind of a pit of broken stone and caved in roof parts. So you could carefully descend, but be aware. It's not going to be a quick journey down or up should you need to do so. But yeah, what is below is I think we'll get to that in just a moment. All right. Meanwhile, back at the library.
Yeah.
After quite a while, the scholar returns with he has a couple of scrolls under arm, very lovingly held, but a kind of smaller handwritten set of notes that he has generated for you. he says, I can certainly show you the scrolls if you're interested. They are very long. But I found a couple of things based on the information that you gave me.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, maybe we can check out the length of your scrolls later, but can you just give us the notes you took?
Well, you understand, a scroll, although lay people perhaps do not understand this, is actually many pages stitched together. Many are as much as 75 meters in length when unfurled.
Wow, that's impressive. Samustina, what do you think of that scroll length?
It's pretty long.
I've got longer scrolls than Azrolia.
That's right.
Yeah. Yes, please do tell us what you found.
Yeah, it's not the length of the scroll, it's the information found within.
Just the girth of the information.
Intellectual girth.
At first, based on your description, I certainly looked into various spirits associated with the moon. Moon spirits are often, they take the form of loons, which can have many limbs and are reddish in appearance in accordance with their affinity. However, with the name that you gave me, I was able to cross-reference this with our other scrolls. There is a registry of every guardian spirit, every whiter that exists in all of Johnstown and the surrounding areas.
Wow.
And this name did provide a match, which would explain the appearance that perhaps you were describing.
Okay, that sounds like you're on the right track. Please share that with us.
So the guardian spirit, the whiter of the Temple of the Seven Mothers, was registered as one Aramaxilus, bound to some artifact of the temple. The records were unclear on that. Perhaps it was protected by the temple folk of the Seven Mothers there.
Well, if your people in your town hadn't have killed them by exploding the temple, yeah.
Certainly, that was an unfortunate event that we had to put into the ledgers of history of Johnstown. But to be quite clear and fair, just to make sure facts are on the table here, as is important in a library such as this.
Okay.
The temple guard, some of the initiates, and many of the worshipers were no harm was done to them. The city Rex made it a point that after the temple was destroyed in the way it was, that it was important that no further retribution be taken against any who were aligned with the temple. Okay.
Thank you for clarifying that. So is there any other information that you found?
No, I do have here my notes on the Seven Mothers whiter, Aramaxilus, as well as the appearance of a loon, should that be the form that it is occupying. And then, like I said, if you could locate perhaps the clergy that remains of that temple, they should be able to provide you much more details on their guardian spirit.
True. Okay.
So there's some cult of the Seven Mothers running around that.
Certainly, there are still cultists in or near Johnstown. As I said, retribution was firmly made unallowed by the city Rex, although they wouldn't be using the temple grounds. It's quite off limits at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And where is the temple at?
The upper city.
The remains, yeah.
Right,
yes.
Right. In your findings, did you discover anything about an underground temple or something underneath Johnstown?
Oh, certainly. Many of the temples have underground compartments, whether they are basements or full-on temples proper. As the Seven Mothers was, it existed almost entirely underground with many chambers and sub-chambers.
Okay. And one last question from me.
Just another thing.
Yeah, just one.
One more thing.
Yeah, one more thing. You said, well, okay, so Is there anything in there about that spirit perhaps being cleansed by fire? Or anything relating to fire?
No, there's nothing in here about that.
Okay. That's it for me. Sarah,
Yeah, I don't have any other questions. I think I have an idea where we need to go next.
Okay.
Thank you for your time and knowledge. It was very much appreciated. So thank you for that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Any other knowledge that you may need to acquire, we are happy to help.
Why did you put knowledge in quotes?
Oh, no, just that there's so much here that perhaps you would be interested in. So many scrolls yet to unfurl. Even I haven't seen all of them.
Yeah, you obviously love your job, and your work, which is very commendable, I would say. We should all be so lucky as to enjoy our line of work. All right, Timothy, let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's do that. That's the magic of role playing, also, Rainey. Well done.
Yes, always.
Yeah.
Be a nerd.
Let's go get some smoothies.
Okay, well, yes, smoothies are important, but I think we will. But I also think we need to go and talk to Duraza the Huntress, who's east of the city. She has a lunar, I don't know if it's their partner but they would have maybe some knowledge about the temple and the possible artifact, or know someone who would know what artifact was destroyed that the Whiter was bound to. So that's the only lunar connection that I know of by name.
Right. And I agree. I think that's a good thing to do. Should we get Corsair first?
They're just in the caves. They're having fun in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Bouncing around. So I think that they'll be fine. And do you really want to go down into a funky old cave?
No, I don't.
Okay, let's. All right, himbos, ahoy!
That's right.
Himbos march.
Yeah.
Our himbo train is gone.
That's true.
Yeah.
What?
They took the guy to the hospital.
God damn it. Well, wait, couldn't they have, in that span of time, dropped him off and then come back to the library to pick our asses up? Or Samastina?
If you had wanted to make arrangements for such a thing, sure.
Okay. Thank you, Randy.
Yeah, they're himbos.
We paid for him. We paid for all day.
Yeah. Hello. Yes. All day. So, right. So we will, wait our ride, and then we want to go to the outskirts of the city.
Head out east.
To the east of the city, where Duraza the Huntress dwells.
Yes.
All right. You would. Yeah, you'd be able to do that. You got enough information to have an idea of where her hunting shack would be. All right. So right before we take our little break, back at the temple, y'all are heading down to the temple level below through the ruins. Is that what you're doing?
That's where we're going.
Yeah, do we need torches or anything?
Right now, because it's daytime, there is light coming in through the very wrecked open hole where the ceiling once was. But should you want to go deeper than this main level, then having lights would be helpful.
Okay. Have to bear that in mind. Then I have to build some impromptu torches, some Rambo torches.
Yeah, also be careful the rats, man. Speaking of Rambo.
That's right.
Yeah, speaking of rats, as you head down into the ruins below, truly as you descend, it looks like earth elementals, fire elementals, and maybe some Orlanthe lightning bolts just burst this place apart. It is there is soot everywhere. The stones are cracked and broken. It was taken out in a major way.
They did blow it up.
And Would you all like to make some search checks perhaps to see what you notice around here? Or anything? Like scan, listen, whatever you're into, whatever type of looking you're doing.
Does my fire augment still apply to my scan from earlier?
I would say so. It's to the same end. So yeah.
Well, I still fail.
Boo.
Heck, no.
You got a good 5 earlier, though.
Yeah, I know.
Cheeky 5.
To know about limestone. That was a really important goal.
Hey, I didn't want to say it in the moment, but it was cool. It added a lot.
It did.
It actually, that what a lucky roll.
But those endorphins have long since worn off.
Oh no! Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We'll have a snack soon. Don't worry.
I think I'm just gonna try a raw scan.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just kind of
that scan.
Look
Cheeky scan roll.
Yeah, just a little,
Little cheeks.
cheek. That's a 56 under 70. So
Wow.
Wow.
Big scan.
Normal.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot
scan
Santiago
energy on
always
Kidra.
boosts up the awareness skill.
It's the
Comes
first one I
through.
do.
Smart. Very
Spot
smart.
hidden,
First one.
everything spot hidden. After his first ever attempt to play Call of Cthulhu, he's like, this is the only skill you need. That's what he learned from it.
I could be watching or listening to any tabletop, participating and stuff like that. And I'm just like, where are your spot hidden or scan like scores? Where are they? Right away. When I make a character, believe it or not, straight to spot hidden. Right away.
I do that with Pendragon and awareness. I'm all about the awareness.
Yeah.
See, I'm all about recognize.
Yeah, that's smarter.
Nice.
Smarter.
Oh, that is a good one. Yeah.
All right. And then we all forget to take hunt and swim and everything else important.
Yes.
And jump.
And jump. Yes, all the good things. So looking around, there's so much broken stone. But maybe that's what makes this stand out to you is a large shard of pottery that seems familiar. But before you have a chance to go and evaluate it, a rodent-like creature scrabbles its way over the rock and hisses at you with a mouth that is much too large for its dog-sized frame. They look a little like this.
Oh no!
Sweet.
And a little
Radadillo.
pack of rubble runners scrabbles over the rocks
It's so
to
cute
confront
though.
you.
It's adorable. It's like a rat armadillo but big.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, those seem hard to kill.
RUSs.
they're
I don't
dog-sized
think they exist.
ratadillos.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. So let's take a little break, let people pee and refresh their drinks and whatnot, and then we will come back and see what occurs. So we know in the temple that some rubble runners are coming out at Team Punch over here. But for the rest of you, you're actually heading out of town.
Yeah.
So you're going out, heading east, looking for the hunter's lodge or camp or whatever is associated with this huntress that you are looking for.
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you have enough information to know that this huntress operates out of the Lorthing Vale near the river.
Okay.
Which will give you at least a place to kind of pinpoint your searching. Do either of you have track?
That's a 5 for me.
Mm-hmm.
Same. Yeah.
I do
Okay.
have a scan at 25 and a search at 25.
Okay.
Same. I also did not put anything in those.
I'm just saying,
Mhm.
just in case.
All right.
Know who does have track?
Kibra.
Team
Yeah.
Punch.
the huntress.
Yeah, well,
of your party.
you're tracking a spirit thingy, so.
All right. So for those of you out in the Vale, you may choose what sort of skill you're using to try to find such a camp or homestead. Signs of smoke or movement or whatever it is you're looking for. You may choose a perceptive skill and roll it to see if there's anything to see.
All right. Well, I'm going to listen because my listen is 50. So I'm going to see if I can hear either some type of something. We'll see. That's a 91. So that's a hell no.
Is that a fumble? No.
No, borderline though.
Borderline. I'm going to scan.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Okay.
We're doing great on these rolls today.
Yeah.
So good.
It's really good. Feels great.
It's good. It's good times. So as you are clumping around through this wood, looking for signs of the huntress's abode, instead you're taken quite off guard when it is she who finds you instead.
That fits.
And she's a distance away from you. She has her bow out and she says, "What brings you to these hunting grounds?"
We are looking for your companion, Fostor.
My husband.
Okay, yes.
What business have you with him?
Well, he is a lunar, correct?
He was.
Was. Former lunar. We need to talk with him about the temple and the recent fires that are taking place in the city, as you may be aware. Ooh. Hunting dogs in the distance.
What's her cha?
Her cha is 8.
Yeah.
Wow.
No.
Okay, so we're super
Fierce.
hot.
Yeah.
Of course we are. Yeah, as usual.
Yeah. I just don't want her to be like, what do you do with my husband?
Scars from, her trade. Yeah.
I don't think she's intimidated by us, Samastine. I think she's fully confident. I
assume everyone's intimidated by us.
I could see that, but I don't think she is.
Okay, fair.
So, so we wanted to speak with him if he's available.
She kind of looks you both up and down. Celestina, no weapons, an obvious priestess of Shalana Roy. Serzine, rapier at your side, I think.
Yeah. Jingle Jinky's cloak and long hair.
Yep.
Also moon rune.
Rune on the forehead.
That's true. It has been established that you got a forehead tattoo.
That's right.
And so, she looks at you and she says, "My husband may be soft, willing to turn the other cheek. But if you act in a way that threatens us or ours in any way, I will kill you."
I believe you.
You should.
We're not here to, we have very little investment in this. We just want to move on to what we need to do next. And we have been tasked with discovering or finding out what's happening with the fires. It's fairly evident to me what is going on here. We still need some information. It doesn't involve committing any sort of acts against you and your family.
Yeah. There are obvious anti-lunar sentiments in Johnstown.
Yes.
And there are people who are wanting to put the blame of these fires on a lunar, and your husband is one or was one. So it is on us to prove him innocent. So you would do well to help us in any way that you can.
This will be more complicated than you think, but it is fine. We were about to leave anyway. And she calls out, Marnus, to me. And from behind you, this big old dog gets out of like stalking position and runs past you to her side.
What kind of dog?
Jesus.
He's a big old brown dog.
Oh. Wait, what?
I go as he walks by.
He goes Patrick Bateman face.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But she turns and like kind of gestures for you to follow.
All right.
Right. Meanwhile, in the ruins, 3 rubble runners scurry their way over the rubble towards you. What would y'all like to do down there?
Got some armor on myself, first of all.
What? You don't have armor on?
No, I'm still unarmed and unarmored like I was before.
What is wrong with you?
I'm in the city. I'm not going to walk around fully armored.
That's right. It's storm season, baby.
That's right.
That's true.
The other thing. It's
multiple cod pieces, etc.
Terribly inconvenient to try to get out of armor.
Mm-hmm.
When you really want to.
Yeah.
So
contrastingly, I walk around fully strapped. So
and at this point in Johnstown, no one really says anything when you are, because so many people are so paranoid about lunar reinvasion and such, and deficit of guards. But
that's the other thing is I haven't had a chance to go back to
you were busy at
that's right
at the
I was
cop.
busy.
Yeah. And you haven't gone home to get your stuff.
That's right.
Yep.
That's fine though.
Yeah.
So casting protection 4 on myself is going to put me at strike rank 8.
Okay.
There you go.
Marnus, we're not on your scene right now.
settle down.
You're not here right now.
Settle down, Marnus. You're not in the room. All right. I think it's time to start chopping some rats, because Lockheed is gonna do the same thing. Lockheed's gonna pounce. Let's see.
Right. What are your strike ranks?
She is strike rank base 3, and then she does both claws, and then if they hit, rips and bites and whatnot. So both claws, well, claw attack is 7. So I'm assuming both claws simultaneously is still 7. It's not 14 or something like that.
Right.
That's for Lockheed.
So she's does that make her 10? Base strike rank 3 plus
no,
claws
that's
7,
that's the calculator.
7 is your combined.
Okay, so it's 7.
Yeah. All right.
So she's
and then
gonna at 7.
Kivra doing?
And I am going to one-handed axe. But first I want to buff up, I think, with rune here, maybe. I don't know. What do you think? I feel like, I don't know, I'm really feeling earth rune still being underground and everything, but I'm always falling back on earth rune. But I mean,
nothing wrong with that.
You're an earthy kid. It's okay.
That's fine.
So
I mean, your affinity is going to be in line with what you would probably fall back on a lot.
Yeah.
okay, so that checks out. But like we're underground. We're like literally in the earth. So I feel like yes, draw power from the surrounding ground and see if that works. So 53 under 70.
Okay.
So that sounds
So what are you
good.
augmenting with this?
Just my one-handed axe strikes.
Your axon. Okay. Cool. So there you go.
And that's strike rank total of 4. Because my strike rank is 1/1. So is that 1/1? And then my one-handed axe is 3. So is that 4 or 5? It's 4.
Sorry, say it again.
So my strike rank says 1/1.
So that's 2.
I don't know if those combine 2.
Yep,
okay.
2.
Plus 3 for my axe, so it's 5.
5.
For my first hit.
Yeah.
And I'll probably hit again on 10.
That makes sense.
Just yep.
Yep. All right. And then the Rubble Runners have a strike rank 10 because they got little legs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I know you have the picture, but for our listeners, I will sensuously read to you the description of Rubble Runners. Picture a large rat-shaped creature about 1/2 meter long. Move the corners of the mouth back to the front shoulders and then open the mouth about 60 degrees to reveal a row of sharp pointed teeth. Cover the whole thing in armadillo-like plates. Then realize it is always hungry and runs in packs, and you will have a Rubble Runner. All right. So that's what you're up against. But Kibra, you get to go first.
Go.
Nice.
Go.
All right, yeah. Drawing in the power from the surrounding earth. Just run up to the first one and quack. Hopefully
Okay.
crack a carapace or two. I guess not.
You may attempt to and then roll to see where you hit. Yes.
All right. So I'm trying to beat 90 here with my empowered axe attack, right? 70 plus 20 for my earth power and all that.
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure I'm doing the right thing here.
Very
That's an
honest.
8, baby. Yes.
Whoa.
All right, let me see what my skills are here. I think we're going to do a little. They don't really have any good skills for getting around anything, but that's okay. All right, cool. So you hit under your skill. Regular, did you say? Special? What'd you do?
I think it was special because I rolled 8 under 90.
Oh, okay.
So
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
that should be a pretty good one. I should
Yep.
give him such a smack.
Such a smack. All right, and your axe, which is a slashing weapon.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Go ahead and roll your d20 for location.
Roll the
Please.
d20. 19.
All right. So 19 would put you on the head of one of them. It's a good place to be.
Ooh.
And you did a special, which means since you have a slashing weapon, it does double damage.
Okay.
So your modifiers and damage bonus are applied normally, but you get to double roll the damage part of it. The weapon
Okay.
damage.
Got it. So basically, if it's 1d8 plus 2, I do a 2d8 plus 2. Basically, is what
Okay.
how I'm hearing that.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
cool. So first 1d8, 7. Second d8, 8.
What the fuck?
What?
Plus 2, it's 17.
Yeah, they got 2 armor on their head. So let me just do that math really quickly. They have 4 hit points there. Yeah. Okay. You mush one of them through the head with your axe. There is a squish noise. The other Rubble Runners squeal in alarm.
Oh.
It's very sad for them this day. Sure. All right. And then Heber, you said you were ramping up for another one at 10. Okay.
Yes, please.
Lockheed gets to go.
All right. And Lockheed is, let's see, Claw is 50%. So let's see how Lockheed does. 80. Rare. Not quite.
They're real little. They're hard to grab onto. They're real scaly. But that's okay. All right. Wonderful. And then Lockheed can't go again before the end of this round. So Corsair, you get to cast your spell. Or you can try.
Okay. All right, let's do it. No, that's a failure. Failure on that.
Okay. Do you have anything else that would be able to go off in this round? Or are you looking
At 12, yeah,
Okay.
I'm just gonna try and kick one.
Okay. 12
So,
is a kick.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which is if you are a patron of the Esoteric Order of Role Players, that is the example action that I gave in our VTT guide.
Oh, really?
Of course, our kicking phase. Yes.
There you go.
Mhm.
Interesting. Prophetic.
Yep.
I know.
That's what you do. All right. So awesome. Then we will go to the Rebel Runners. All right. They're going to the two remaining are going to try to do some bites. It has been established that Kivra and Lockheed have moved into melee range with these things. So that'll be the two targets. So some biting will attempt to occur. I'm going to see if I can do it in Discord since nobody uses the thing anymore.
We've abandoned.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that totally went well for them. All right. Of course, Kivra did not. They missed. But if you're doing a dodge or a parry or anything, you can let me know in case something happens with that.
Probably a dodge, I guess. Or you just kind of try to lift
you wouldn't. Yeah,
up.
you really need to worry about that at this point. That's fine. All right. Okay. Cool. But the other one's going to go after Lockheed. Do you want Lockheed to try to dodge?
Oh, yeah.
I know Shadow Cats
definitely
have dodge.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty good dodge.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I have to roll Lockheed's dodge.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me know what type of success or failure you get.
21 under 50. So I feel like that's less than half. So that's probably a
normal.
Normal? Yes.
All right. So normal dodge versus a normal attack. So.
Oh, okay.
So Lockheed dodges as this giant Muppet mouth tries to snap on her.
Seriously.
Cool. And then that brings us back to Kibra's second attack. Just throwing caps.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh, also, it says here, Shadowcat first attacks with both claws and its bite simultaneously. So you actually get 3 attacks.
Oh yeah,
on that strike.
You would have rolled the thrice.
Oh, okay, yeah. I missed that. I thought it was claw, and then if those hit, then it's the bite. But it's the claw bite, and if that hits it, then it's the
rip.
kick.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll remember that for next time. Remember that.
If you want to retro it, I don't care.
All right.
Lockheed's turn was right there. It's fine.
Let's see if bite happens. All right. 42. So close. Her bite is 40. So.
Okay.
Super
well,
close.
Kivra, then your second axe attack then.
Nice. All right. Let's see what happens. Okay. 68 under 90. So just normal.
Cool.
Because I feel like I had to wrench it out of the skull of the first one before bringing it into the next one.
True. All right. So, go ahead and roll your d20.
All right. 10.
Oh, okay. A four-limb. Sure. Okay. Go for it.
All right. Roll 1d8. Here we go. 6 plus 2, 8.
Right. Yeah. You chop through one of its shoulders, basically. It's a limb down. And it tries to scurry away from you, trailing blood as it goes.
Oh, boy, they'll flee.
All right.
Fly,
of course, there's one remaining rebel runner that hasn't died or run away yet.
All right.
So it's the bravest one out of all of them. Come on,
All right.
guys.
Well,
this summer, Disney's The Bravest Rebel Runner.
Time to boot it to the moon, I think.
What moon?
All right.
Oh,
Red
which
moon.
one? Specify.
Well, maybe the blue moon. I don't know. I can't aim for it though. You can't see it.
Did someone say moon?
All right, 25% chance on this kick.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's an 86.
All right. Back to the woods. She leads you through various game trails and things like that to a rather protected area where a camp has been set up. There are there's like a berm on one side and sort of a cliff, like not a very tall one, but it gives it sort of a little covered area that puts it below the tree line and makes it harder to spot from the lands around it. And you'd note in this campsite, there are 4 tents, a central campfire, and then to one side, what is very obviously like a kind of home-built shrine to the 7 mothers.
Sup with the 7 mothers.
Sup with them.
That's the temple. Those are the deities, the lunar deities.
Right. Okay. Yeah. But those are like openly worshipped, right? Amongst even non-lunars?
The 7 mothers are not like commonly worshipped by non-lunars, but where lunars have occupied or, taken over, many are converted to the cult.
Okay. So this dude is saying that he's not a lunar anymore, but he's still worshiping the 7 mothers.
Correct.
Oh.
What makes a lunar, In
today's TED Talk, we'll explore.
Oh my
God. In the camp, you would see that there are definitely other folk. One of which, Serzine, you recognize, and whom recognizes you. He says, "You, Draza, why are you bringing them here?" And it is the man with the scar and the face and the whatnot.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I put my hands out, like I'm here on business. And I'm not here to hurt you. We just want to find out what's going on, because I was so haunted by what you had said in terms of lunars being blamed for the fires that are happening in Johnstown. And that stuck with me. And so my sister and I are here to help you figure out, we would like your help in figuring out the connections in order to stop continual fires.
I would like to make an opposed roll.
Ooh, do it.
To see if I'm like head over heels for this daddy.
Oh, here we
Possibly
go.
a zaddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Possible zaddy. Yeah.
So I've never done this before. So I would assume fertility would be what I initially. Fertility would be probably what I would roll, right? And then what would be the other one? I don't know.
Do you have a hate of lunars at all?
I don't.
Oh. Well,
amongst all your hates.
Yeah, your many hates.
I have 4 hates. Is that a lot?
It's a lot.
What are they? What are they?
Wild.
Chaos.
That's twice as many as me.
Yeah, I only have 2 hates.
Oh wow. Okay. All of a sudden, I feel
you're a hateful person.
Spiteful.
It's that pacifism. You don't get to work out your aggression.
Exactly.
That is true. So it's chaos, Western barbarians, beastmen, and other homeland.
Oh, you haven't decided the other homeland?
I didn't decide the other homeland.
Well, maybe you're about to find out.
Yeah, I'm still working that out.
Still working out who I hate.
Yeah.
Maybe you would want to oppose it. I know you have a decently strong earth, like to stay grounded and to business instead of falling for this scarred hunk of a guard type.
That's fair.
I love it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll my fertility first.
Sure.
Yeah.
Which is an 80, and I got a 23.
Ooh.
And then my earth is a 68 because I took a big penalty for it. And I got a 71.
Oh.
But your Earth baby is the most active one right now. So you have a 20 bonus too.
Oh my God. So I just narrowly succeeded that then.
Yeah. Ooh. So now 'tis up to you.
Which was the better roll of the two? Which succeeded by more?
Fertility was a big.
Oh, you kind of have the hots for him, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I might blush a little.
Okay.
Oh.
And I look at Serzine and I'm like, Serzine, who is this?
Well, that's a great.
Here, I'll show you again
what's his sign?
Like.
What's his sun sign? A moon sign.
Yeah.
Well,
what
all
sign
moon signs here, baby.
Yeah.
I'm like showing. I'm like pushing my bangs aside, showing off my moon runes. And
So I'll say that's a great question. We haven't had the honor to meet you. My name is Serzine. I'm from Isrolia. This is my sister Semistina, also from Isrolia.
I just
and yeah, like hi, hey, what's up?
Hey.
And so you are Fostur, I assume.
No, I am Varguson.
Okay, is
Goodhaven
that
clan,
your
Cincina tribe, temple guard of the Seven Mothers.
Well, then the name that I received was incorrect. I apologize.
No, Fostur is here.
What?
But be gentle.
A polycule thing? What's happening here? Wait, so we have this dude. So Scarred Daddy is, can you tell me the name again, Rainy?
Varguson.
Varguson. And then Fostur.
Mm-hmm.
So then who are you and why are you giving us a hard time?
I protect what remains of the Sardarites left without a place to worship in Johnstown.
Okay, well, excellent. Then we don't have to talk to Fostur and harass him. I think you'd be able to help us with what we were trying to find out. We need to find out that what the whiter of the temple was bound to. Apparently that whatever it was bound to was destroyed, and now, as you have probably seen, that the spirit is moving through the city and possibly causing fires. We're not sure, but what was it bound to? Do you know?
Yes, and we tried to retrieve it, but we're unsuccessful.
Where was it? Where do you think it was?
We can tell you where we think it should be. With the damage done to the temple, we don't know if it's still there. And one of the others at the camp, I'll give you, she look like these.
She look like these.
Oh, all right. Okay. So we got Mustache Daddy, and we have a woman with this like leaf. It looks like leaves, like this off the shoulder leafy gown.
Mm-hmm.
He also has the least favorite tattoo that I'm asked to do of all time.
The moon phases.
Moon phases.
Yeah.
They're so hard.
Yeah.
I hate doing them.
She got lots of moon things going on for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's still cute though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she emerges, and what does she have to say for herself?
She looking upon you, she says, if you're here to help, we can certainly give you information, but it is clear with everything we have tried to do that there is no point in us returning to the city.
So what have you tried to do?
Our whiter was driven mad by the destruction of the temple. And when it was burnt down, the one thing we could find that would drive it away from things was fire, the implement used to destroy the temple. We have tried to drive it away from the citizens as much as possible, but the destruction wrought has been more than any success that we've actually had in controlling the thing. She is lost without the temple.
So you've been intentionally setting fire to Johnstown.
Hey,
when you say it that way, it does not sound very good.
I'm trying to find a way to say it positively. I need to have a killer PR rep to get down here.
Let's get the Red Lobster people in on this. If they can come up with a slogan.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
You have to understand, at first, it only came out of the temple every few days. And so a small fire, which usually the townsfolk got under control relatively quickly, would drive it away before it could harm anyone. But with our whiter going into the city a bit more frequently, and with so many more people watching out for the cause of the fires, especially last time when your companion caught Vargason at the scene of a fire, we were unable to, we determined to safely go into the city to try to stop it from coming out again. And so that fourth fire was the last fire. And if it has been drawn to other people to take revenge for what they did to the temple, we have done nothing at this point to continue to stop it.
Well, it's essentially possessed a scholar in the town. He's either been driven mad by the spirit or is possessed by it. I see.
And
we're on your side.
Who nearly beat her husband to death.
Well, okay. That did happen. That's true.
That did happen. Yes.
Havoc has been wreaked. And I also want to mention that, so I look at Vargason and say, I just wanted to know if you had information. I wasn't trying to pin any of this on you. So I hope that you can understand where we're coming from. We are outsiders to this town as well. And hearing about the temple being destroyed, it doesn't really make any sense to me as far as I'm concerned. And as you see here, my sister has sympathies to your cult and beliefs. So hopefully we can figure out a way to retrieve this artifact, if it is not already destroyed, and make a case to the city Rex to let them know that based on this obviously rash decision that they had made to destroy the temple, it has caused harm to multiple families and will continue to do so until it is stopped. So I look at Samastina, who is staring at Vargason.
Yeah, I'm just imagining that curled mustache tickling my upper lip.
How could you not?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm calm down.
Sorry, it's just making me laugh. Go on.
I don't know. I think at this point, I'm like, you know what? We should just take this information to the city Rex and let them deal with it.
You would say that.
Yeah, they need to reap the what they've sown.
However, what if they just imprison these people and figure out ways to just completely obliterate the Lunars here? We're talking to, okay, so just to be fair, all right, to set the scene, not to be fair, I don't want to be fair at all. I want to set the scene. So to set the scene, I think we step away after hearing, oh wait, what is this? Okay, I'm sorry, what is your name, lady who spoke to me about this? Farine, okay. Not, okay, you're Farine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Note, I have moons and fertility.
I know. Samastina, little twinsies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two little
So
she's pretty thick too.
She is. She's very thick. Yeah. Indeed.
Like THICCQUE.
like a droop, like a droop.
Like a droop. Yeah.
Okay.
Bringing that up again.
All right. Sorry, guys. So.
Yeah, we might turn around.
Turn away. Yeah, we'll just turn to talk. So you want to go to the City Rex? I don't blame you. I want to get this over with as well, but I'm afraid that the City Rex is going to use this knowledge as a way to twist things and make it that they were setting these fires on purpose in a malicious way, and that justifies the raising of the temple. However, if there's a chance we can find the artifact and connect the spirit to it, perhaps we can just circumvent that whole thing with the City Rex and then get that done, and it'll just be settled.
And then they haven't learned anything.
Who? City Rex?
Yeah.
We can give them a whole PowerPoint presentation after we're done. So
well, I mean, I want them to suffer. I want them to have some consequences here.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying.
I agree. And I think the consequences are being wrought on the people and not the leaders. So should the leaders be held accountable? Absolutely. Should we rule this town? Yes, we could possibly fucking rule this town and become the main leaders, and it would be a very harmonious place. I don't know if you want to settle here. I hate this town.
If we call it Azrolia 2.
Azrolia 2.
The search for Curly's gold.
Right.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, there's a chance that we could be voted. I don't know if people would really flock to a lunar platform, but let's all that aside.
You don't know? You're not sure about that?
Yeah.
I'm trying to be generous. I'm talking to somebody with a moon tattoo on her forehead. I gotta be.
Now you're trying to be generous.
It's diplomatic. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay.
My moon tats are getting hot right now.
So I say let's find the artifact first, and then we can, bash some skulls later.
We can't,
as much as we can bash skulls.
I feel like we can't let these people leave.
They're not gonna.
Weren't they just talking about packing up and going?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can't let them do that.
Fuck. Okay. I don't know what to do. Okay, if we can detain them, I saw the way you were looking at this guy. So why don't you try to? I'm on to you. So I think if you maybe, I don't know, just use some of your, what's your charisma again? Are you a charismatic person?
I mean, it's not crazy. You know me and my stats.
12.
Pretty 12, sick. Right? Yeah, my chaz 12.
Yeah, you could totally do this. So
my POW's 14. I don't know what that means, but.
Well, that's pretty good.
Got all
pow.
Magic. So maybe use,
Go ahead. Did you have an idea?
All I'm saying is if we could just maybe persuade them to detain, from that we could persuade them to not leave, and detain them just a little while longer as we can find the artifact. Because if they're already in the caves, basically under the temple, we just have to find the ruins of the temple, which is obvious. I mean, it was just this burnt out place. If we can use them to assist us to find the rune, find the artifact, then I think that's our best bet for now.
I'll tell you what, in a dream scenario for me, the big win would be getting a new shrine to the Seven Mothers put up in Johnstown.
So we have to persuade the City Rex to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, and that'll make them eat crow anyway.
That'll make them eat crow, and it will hopefully make these people feel a little more welcome in town. Break down some barriers.
They might leave anyway. It sounds like they're going to leave anyway, but at least it'll be established.
Yeah, and I might be able to be like, look, don't leave. I'm going to talk to them about, replacing what was destroyed.
Okay.
And, maybe that can be like a bargaining chip or something.
Right, that sounds good. All right, so now we turn back to tell them.
Yeah. Like break. 1, 2, 3, Azrolia.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
When you turn around, all of the residents of this encampment are now out of their tents and kind of staring at you to see what you're about to do. Yeah, there are a few of them. But it's okay.
How many people are here? Yeah.
Dude, probably 50 to 100?
No.
Oh my God.
So there's Vargason, as you know. There is Andrelor, the potter, and his sister.
There they are.
His sister's name is Ivarni. And then there is Daraza and her husband, Vostor. And of course, their dog, Marnus. And then Farine. Yeah. So
okay. So 10 people-ish, right?
Yeah.
Still not 10, but it's
5.
Oh, whatever.
2, 4, 5 ish.
So
you notice that,
Yeah. Well, so you turn around to see the group kind of staring at you. Meanwhile, back in the ruins, now sprinkled with rubble runner blood. that piece of pottery that you noticed earlier, Kibra, is now accessible, being not crawled upon by rebel runners. And of course, y'all could look around a bit more if you wanted to as well. But that's all you saw in this main sort of area of the collapsed temple.
So the third one ran off.
Yes. The quite injured one scuttered away, leaving a trail of blood, though. Should care for that.
I do care for that. Curious where they're coming from. I'm looking for any subterranean tunnels or cracks in the earth or anything like that.
Yeah. Following the trail of blood, then you would see that the rubble runner has squeezed its way through some kind of fallen down, collapsed blocks into what is obviously some sort of passage or opening beyond. It would certainly take some moving of things and perhaps some unstable elements, but yes, you believe that they are, as rubble runners do, running through that rubble into the chambers beyond.
All right. Noted.
All right. Kibra, what you up to?
Check out that pottery shard,
sure,
or what have you.
Yeah, it looks like this is a large piece of pottery that used to hold water or similar. It is highly decorative and has the maker's mark and the moon rune emblazoned upon it quite prominently.
A clue. The maker's mark. Yes. Look at this. We could follow up with this potter. It's probably our potter friend already over at the camp, but
could be. Although when out of character, when our Azrolian friends return, we'll have some additional information we could confront him with.
What about this?
Yeah, exactly. Not this bitch.
Who dis?
What?
Right. But anything else that you want to do down here in the ruins at this time?
Not at this time, no.
I don't think so.
But yes, it certainly looks like there are other chambers that are currently concealed by fallen rubble.
Okay. Good to know. I'm not coming back without armor.
Fair enough. All right, back in the wood. This is probably where we will wrap up. You turn around and see the whole group kind of looking at you expectantly, waiting for you to say something and then they will react accordingly.
All right.
Do you want to take this?
I guess so. I'm trying to remember what the hell I was saying. Let's see here. All right. So these fires are being set. You're doing this out of a kindness. However, many people got hurt in Johnstown. And yet there's still the issue of the whiter being loose in the city, which really is not, it's not a good thing for anybody, including the whiter itself. So if Sanestina and I were to go and propose a new shrine be erected due to the safety for this town, would you be amenable to supporting that effort? Or is there some reason that you feel it would not work? If it comes from both of us, that we may have some influence in order with the city recs to build this in order to draw the whiter to a new shrine.
Ferguson says, I fear that should a new temple be erected, or even more neutrally, a temple to the moon, I don't think that would earn us any friendship in that city. The the association is already too tarnished. And we have erred in what we tried to do to resolve this issue. I don't think we have a place in Johnstown anymore.
But your Whiter remains.
She does. And he looks back, and a timid man in his early 40s kind of steps forward with his little notey book. And he says, our intention was never to harm anyone, but I can give you all of the information I have on Aramaxilus as the scribe of the temple. And should you have more luck than we did in retrieving what she is bound to and taking it from the city, or whatever you think is best, we will accept your judgment, but we only ask that you let us go, that you let us live.
So I turn back to Steve. What do you think? I mean, look, like if they want us to build something away or take the artifact elsewhere, fine. I sincerely do not. I wish I cared more about this town, but if you want the town to suffer, I don't think the people should be made to suffer. I think the leader should be made to suffer. But
yeah.
What do you want to do?
Well, if they want to leave, then it's their right. You know, I don't want to force them to stay. Mm-hmm. Despite how I feel about this man I just met.
That you have so much in common with already. Yes,
that's right. Yeah. You just talk forever about the moon, you know.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess what it kind of like, we'll take the notebook and we'll do what we can to put this spirit at ease. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's just going to be chilling in Johnstown.
I guess. I don't
waiting
know.
to get.
Maybe we can take it elsewhere. If we get it attached to this artifact, we can take it to another, lunar temple, and maybe they can know what to do with it.
It's a big statement for you. So
I wish we knew more about exactly what you can do with it, but most of the actual priests and priestesses of the temple perished or were driven out in the fighting and the destruction of the temple. But we believe we know exactly what it was bound to. And we know that Aramaxilus was driven mad by not being able to complete the one task that the Whiter has, which is to protect the temple. I don't know if there's any saving her, but.
All right. So look, so now we have to find, now we have to find a priest or priestess to basically communicate with this entity and remove it from the town. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know that there is communicating in her current state.
So we just have to find a way to, I don't want to use the term banish, but I don't know that there's another word.
Yeah.
To release her.
Mm-hmm. From her. I guess you just have to let the Whiter know that there's no temple that exists anymore to protect, and to go off and do something else. I am not a priest.
What does it take to become a priest for this kind of thing? Like a skyrocket moon score, or is there a degree?
What's your cult lore again for Samastina?
Trash.
Just trash.
It's it's literally just says trash. Yeah, my cult lore. Where's that at? Knowledge? No, wait, it's not knowledge, is it? Where was it? I just saw it.
It's at the.
There we go. Cult lore is a good old 20. Can I? You know what? I'm gonna try to empower that with the moon.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
With a 008. I should have just rolled the damn thing. 008 for the moon under 84.
Yes, that gives you plus 30.
Okay, see
Yeah.
you. Ooh, 33 under like 50.
Okay. This would be a pretty significant leap for someone to make, but it is certainly, if you had high enough affinity, it could be considered a solution, although not the only solution, could be to swear your devotion as becoming an initiate of a cult and then become responsible for this whiter to give her purpose.
That sounds insane and exactly what I want to do.
Yes.
So, but would doing that, would I have to give up my duties as a priestess or a cultist of Shalana Arroy?
You can be
Still leading
initiated into
cultists?
multiple cults, although usually you're going to be into ones that are related. So you'd have to decide if these are at odds for you. Certainly there would be some conflicts, I'm sure.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm okay with kind of like being an emissary for the Seven Mothers in Johnstown and being like building this bridge, I guess, to being like, hey guys, like it's okay for people to worship the gods that they want to worship. It's not like it's not like it's some crazy, like the Seven Mothers are pretty chill. They're lunar deities, right? But they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Are they wild? I'm getting a lot of weird looks.
I'm just concerned because you want to leave this town, and now you're talking about being an emissary for like essentially an Ersatz lunar temple to control a whiter that basically wants. It sounds like you want a nest here, and I don't know if it's your hormones talking or your moon baby talking, but
it might be moon baby.
You are
moon baby.
Moon baby.
But I'm thinking that this is what you want to live here, and that's kind of like wild to me. And the lunar temple was completely obliterated, and they killed all of the priests and priestesses, and I don't want you to die. So I'm like, this is like, just because you saw Mustache Boy over here, like suddenly you're like, I'm gonna build a new life.
When you say it like that,
it's a lot. So that's why I'm making faces. It's a hell of a lot.
It's certainly something you could consider.
Think about
this
it.
Come up.
Think about
this
it.
is based on your cult lore and your affinity to the moon. This is something you could attempt if you encountered this thing, and the object is bound to. That is one possible solution to this problem.
Yeah,
but it's not going to be my full-time job. Although I will say this.
What?
The fact that I'm about to have twins, I cannot be on the road with twin babies. I mean, I feel like I'm in Johnstown for the next
18 years.
For real. Not that long. But
10?
Maybe, I don't know, maybe 5.
Oh my God.
I know.
This is real. This is real. So
I like it.
So we're looking at each other basically just to, Rainey, if you want to close out, but I think we're just looking at each other, like realizing that our paths are going to split. And
don't say that.
No, I am saying it, and it's not bad. It's cool. It's good. It's drama. So it's fashion and drama.
But is it fashion?
It's fashion.
It's drama, but fashion.
It is drama, but fashion. Nice, Jamie. Bringing it all together. And so I think, this is an interesting crossroads that we're at. So, but I support you regardless until I got to get out of here.
So as this significant look passes between you, probably not understood by the cultists of the Seven Mothers around you,
It takes a lot for them to
comes
understand
up
stuff.
with his scribal notebooks and begins to show you the map of the temple and his sketches of the artifact that the whiter is bound to, which I will give to you next time when we play.
Ooh.
Oh.
Wow.
Yay.
Yeah, so Kenny, you should check out the chapter on rune cults, because that's got a lot of information on the different levels of initiation in a cult, up to and including like god talkers, rune priests, and then of course some information on whiters and also info on the seven mothers.
Yep.
Okay.
Which have
what page is that?
Oh, look at this. The seven mothers have moon and fertility. They have death, moon, and fertility. So you have two out of the three.
Super god.
The rune cults chapters
that's interesting.
On page 269.
Nice.
Yeah.
Double nice.
Doubly nice.
Okay. I like that. All right.
Yeah. So think about
oh my
it.
gosh. Okay. Yeah.
I think it's a logical move.
Yeah.
And honestly,
it makes sense.
Honestly, I was planning to ditch Johnstown, and after storm season, and go back to my homeland, and sort of connect with some of my peeps back there.
Wow.
So I figured we'd have sort of a dispersal, and then we'd regroup. Rainey would contrive.
Sure.
Group.
No,
season.
that would make sense for this.
Because I'm not going to hang out in Johnstown either. So like, if we all just kind of disperse to the winds, but then in whatever comes next, Earth season or whatever.
I have
I'm here
other thoughts
alone.
on this.
Oh.
No. I like the idea. It's a decision point.
It
I like
is.
the idea of if it makes logical sense to have the whatever next adventure be 5 years later, because then the twins would be viable and causing trouble, which I love the idea of that. So anyway,
or even just a year later.
I want them walking and talking and being creepy kids.
Well, there's a timeline. There's a greater,
Oh, is there?
lot
Okay.
going on.
All right.
Well, I think
Des really wants to like walk into the room after having not seen Samastina for a long time and having both twins be like, "Hello, Cersine."
Totally. I love that.
They could probably do that right now, to be honest.
fair. I think
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Kenny is sad about those, but that's good because it's maximum drama, which is what we're here for.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just gonna have to find a daddy.
Oh man,
I think you found him.
They're making a RuneQuest TV series, but it's on the CW.
I know.
Our campaign.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think you did find him. I think you found your zaddy.
I mean, I thought so, but he's going to be leaving. So I thought it was going
to be. You got to convince him to stay with you.
No,
and,
I thought I was going to do that to
things.
Corsar. That was my whole plan.
Oh, well, maybe you can convince him. I doubt it, but
maybe,
you could try.
I don't want to tie Corsar down. He belongs.
See, this is the
he
thing.
belongs to the wind.
If you married this barista, this lunar barista, and like settled down in Johnstown, Corsar would feel free to go about his way because it's like you're taken care of, and so it's like
that's right.
Cool,
That's true. That's true. Oh my gosh.
A lot of decisions.
I know. So many
decisions.
Great game.